True, you do got me.
Get over here, Marcus. Let me look at you.
They don't want it.
Tobin and Leroy, ready to deploy. Had to hit it with a little journalism, but that was a decoy. Better have about me, boy. Okay, Leroy and Tobin, hold to the show, man. Still to the stars with the show, and till then his half moon open. Sometimes go taste like a snowman. No proof, I'm a lie about a motor. No proof. I always wanted him, I never hated him, I never traded him, and if I did, I never ever traded him. You know what is a star? Like another city, the driver's like Florida. Just get large, so many more. 10 in the more, never a bar. 10 in the more, 2 to the P. Nothing to you, but it's something to me. Handsome as ever, and cute as can be. You can watch us on YouTube, but view it for free. Ay. This one time for the Twitch. This one time for the text. This one time for the phone line. Whole time, wonder what they gonna do next.
You know, I just wish you guys would stop the quibbling.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Welcome on in. It is Tobin and Leroy here with you.
Leroy in this new chair.
Wow, look at that thing right there. Marcos, look at that chair, huh?
No squeak.
No squeak. It looks comfy.
Yeah.
You look
Even
like
got
you're
a little lumbar support.
You look like you're about to plot the world's demolition. Like you have it's like an evildoer's chair. Wow. He is very, very comfortable.
Hey, I told the old people when at the Cleveland Clinic, right?
Yep.
Because where I go get wound care is like in the clinic. And the clinic opens at 8. So they said, come like 10 minutes before 8. You'll be. So the last time I did it, it was an hour and a half wait. So I'm like, let's think about this realistically. I can get there at 7:15, knowing that they don't open until 8, but I only have to wait 45 minutes. If I come at 8, I got to wait 2 hours. I'm like, these old people ain't got nothing on me. I get there like 7:30, 7:15. Nobody's there. Fill out my little paperwork. The lady comes. She see I'm first on the list. There we go. She said, you come in here early. I said, you got to.
That's right. By the way, Marcos, I got to commend you. When you first were in a vulnerable state and you let us know about your condition, which for people who are new to the show, he's an amphibian. He has web feet.
You don't have to.
Just make sure. But I'm proud of you that you've gotten to the point where you're comfortable coming shirtless onto the show because it's very nice.
Hey,
it's very becoming of you, dude.
I think the funniest thing happened yesterday is JFig getting in on the jokey jokes. She said that, like, I bet she was walking along and she goes, "Oh, Frogger."
Let us get to some headlines brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Super Center. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks.
The first headline, Andrew Von Ginkel is either stealing or actually has the alias for his Max account, Hugh Wang.
So good, dude. So good.
Best part of Hard Knocks yesterday, by far. Home with the Von Ginks. Home with the Von Ginks. They go to log into their Max account, Leroy, and the name under the account is not the Von Ginkels or Andrew. Hugh Wang. And I don't know if that's linebacker humor or if he is actually pirating it. He claimed his scrambling answer to HBO was, that's not our account.
Okay. So you're telling them that you're stealing from
exactly.
them,
Exactly.
You're a clown.
Exactly.
Okay, Mr. Wang.
Whatever you say, Andrew Von Huang.
Oh my God.
Andrew Huang Ginkel.
Leroy, do you steal allegedly, do you borrow any other logins? Or you
No, I'm the hub. The only one that because when I had Verizon, we used to get Disney and Hulu for free.
Yeah.
And then when we switched, Fonz has it. So I use his login for Disney, but it's still in the same house. So I guess that doesn't really.
Nah.
Right. But we have HBO Max. We have Disney, Netflix, Prime. Prime is just bonus, really, because you getting that Prime for that shipping.
Yeah,
You ain't like the movies and stuff is a bonus.
You getting that football.
Getting that football, that's right.
But Van Ginkel yesterday, dude. I mean, Van Ginkel was the Goosies part of the episode yesterday, Leroy.
Dude, we talk about him all the time. And you know what? It's about time others are starting to see it.
It was great. It was great because
still haven't watched a second of it, but
you're missing out, dude. Yesterday was such a great episode. Yesterday, they had their tentacles all over the place on Hard Knocks. It was the best because, first of all, we know Tua loves Christmas. Okay, we know this. The episode starts off, and it's the holidays. You know, they have the lights early, bright, before the sun even rises. They go to the QB room meeting, right?
Yeah.
There's Tua, and there's Skyler, and there's Mike White. And Tua wants to listen to Rudolph. You know, a little, I don't know what they're doing. Is that like some pregame worksheets they're doing? I don't know, but he wanted a little listen to music. They're like, oh, Rudolph. He's just like, I'll just get an AirPod, dude. Like, I'll listen to Christmas music on my own. That's fine. Then we hear, his line we knew about where he says Michael Bublé is a beast. He just wants people to celebrate Christmas with him. Well, what happens when you're the face of the franchise?
Christmas is celebrated.
Well, Leroy, they turned the QB meeting room into a winter mother bleeping wonderland.
I love
they had that Dolphin staff in there, and they turned that thing into Santa's mother bleeping enchanted forest because they had stockings. The lighting was red. It was beautiful. And then, who walks in because he sees shenanigans, but who the king of shenanigans on that team, old 94, Christian Wilkins, goes, oh. He's like, I like this room. Christmassy.
You can't get out of here. No, you can't. Listen, Christian Wilkins is in there with some nefarious behavior. You know something's up. Get out of here, Grinch.
He was so excited. Everybody was so excited to was like, oh, Christmas, dude.
Well, he would appreciate that, being that he can sing the whole Hamilton play.
Right.
So he would probably like that. But what are the other quarterbacks? Were they like, come on, dude?
They have no say. They have no say. Like, there was at one point yesterday where Tua leans back. There's a snow globe on Skylar Thompson's desk, and Tua leans back. The snow globe breaks all over Skylar Thompson's play pad, his playbook, his play tablet.
Yeah.
Probably short-circuited.
That's right.
And Tua's like, didn't even know that could happen with snow globes.
Okay.
Because that's that thick glass now.
Oh yeah,
that's that thick glass.
He broke that puppy up. It was unbelievable how much this dude digs Christmas. It was great.
I love Christmas.
He loves Christmas, dude. But Von Ginkel, dude, so they're home with the Von Ginks, and they go to the game, right? And at the other end, HBO is following Mrs. Von Ginkel, who's not on the road with the team. She is at a watch party, like a Dolphins wives watch party for the road game.
Right.
And so they're going to him, and then they're going to her. And it's just very romantic. It's very beautiful. She's like, he's on the edge. This is where he makes the play. Bang, kills Sam Howell, whatever the hell that dude's name is. And then he gets the pick six. And dude, she was so giddy. And then they show Von Ginkel. He's so happy. And Mike McDaniel just goes, that's effing Ginks right there. And he's telling Jalen Ramsey, he's like, Ramsey, take some notes. He goes, Ginks. Everybody on that team loves Von Ginkel. You can just tell.
It's since the day he's gotten to that team, he's done nothing but good. We have never looked on the football field and said, we need to get somebody for this Von Ginks, right? Never said that. And he's mysteriously lost playing time. But sports is funny like that the players always find a way on the field, right? Whether it's with injury, whether it's with just opportunity. And now, even when Jalen comes back, you got to find a spot for Van Ginks, or you're going to make too much money and you ain't going to be able to afford him.
Yeah, because he's going to take his Hugh Huang and go elsewhere.
You think maybe he can get a contract where he could actually put his name there? Who's watching? He knows what's up. Look at him smiling.
He's like,
By the way, he's got some lovely hair.
Hugh Wang,
I
classic.
had a guy on my team that had hair like that, but he was nasty.
That was
Steve
your
Everett.
boy Steve Everett with the
Steve Everett
tapes
with
the ponytail.
Tape his ponytail with the same tape we tape our ankles with.
Hugh Wang. Oh, dude, but Marcos, did you watch last night?
Did I, dude? I went so much as far as watching the recap after of your recap. It really
dude,
was the most diverse
Wait.
episode.
Wait.
Yeah.
So let me get this straight.
Yeah.
This dude
Yep.
is leaving post-show
Mm-hmm.
recaps.
Yep.
Yeah.
The blow by blow.
Isn't that considered I mean
Spoilers?
spoilers?
I don't feel like people are searching it out if they don't want spoilers.
Yeah, why would you click it? You know, they used to do that with Walking Dead. They would have the Walking Dead and then they would have the Talking Dead, right?
You know what? Yeah, you don't want to know what I liked how you had Mike McDaniel at one point, Marcos, explaining the greatness of Tua to Tom Garfinkel.
Oh,
that was good.
400.
He told him, he's like, Tua's locked in, dude. Tua is locked in, and Garfinkel's like, and he's like, yeah. And they were trying to explain. He's like, I don't know if Tom Garfinkel is like going to have another career as quarterback, but he was trying to get some. He wanted some. How wide should his feet be? And Mike, wide as they can get. And he's explaining to his core strength, and they were like relating it to Drew Brees. Yeah. It was good. It was the coolest look into Tua's greatness that we've gotten to see, because they were just like, they were talking about how he's been, like a maniac in practice. He got he's just been beside himself because of these interceptions, and that he just wants to be locked in. It was really, really cool. And then they were making fun because they knew where they were mic'd up. He catches a Waddle in stride deep, and Mike McDaniel goes, I didn't know you could do that. And Tua goes, doesn't count. I had the wind.
The wind.
They're just trolling the entire thing. It's so funny, dude, to see that relationship between both of them.
You know where that comes from? One, from winning, and two, because Mike McDaniel set that tone the second he got the job. He put forth what that relationship was going to be the second he got on that plane.
Yep.
And kudos to him, right? Because whatever he thought Tua was going to be, he acted from day one that this guy was going to be all world.
JFig goes, very long explanations. She is right about that, because he had Tom Garfinkel basically starting at the goal line, and I think that he wasn't done by his explanation by the time they rounded the entire field. Garfinkel's like, whew, didn't think I know that much about quarterbacking after this.
First of all, anyone, media, friends, family members, teammates, coaches, that have a conversation with Mike McDaniel, you better be ready to lap the field. That's all I'm going to say. You better be ready to lap the field.
Garfinkel got his steps in listening to that explanation.
Yeah. Everybody's looking at their smartwatch. I got 1,500 on this one.
It was a great time, man. We'll hear a little bit from Mike McDaniel. He explains where the Dolphins are at right now. Great record. Other headlines: Heat, Panthers, Canes all in action tonight. The Heat, they play at 7:30 in Toronto. You, of course, can hear that on 560. 6:15 is when our coverage gets going. Panthers are at home taking on the Dallas Stars, 7 o'clock. And the Miami Hurricanes, number 15 in the country, they are taking on the Long Island University Sharks tonight at 7 o'clock.
FAU lost to Illinois last night.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And the Final Four is set in the
in season, yes, it's Bucks, Lakers, Pacers, and Pelicans.
Mm-hmm.
Fogel was pissed yesterday. Woo.
Oh, because they gave him a time
free timeout, yeah.
And I really didn't understand, what was really going on.
It's so strange that Frank Vogel, who's had a lot of battles with LeBron and a lot of he's taking shots at LeBron, but he won a championship with LeBron. Very weird.
Isn't it weird?
It is weird.
Your coaching career will never end because you won a championship with LeBron.
but like I don't think he likes LeBron.
Really? You think?
He just seemed like he's like I think he's just very shaken by how many times he's beaten him. And then of course he probably would have thought his tenure would have lasted longer after winning a championship with LeBron.
Right. Yeah.
They were like, see you, Vogues. Hit the bricks.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that is true. But man, I mean, they're really good if AD and LeBron could do that.
Oh yeah.
But you can count on LeBron. You can't count on those street clothes.
Sure not. Cannot. Take a break. Back after this.
WQAM.
Came to dance, 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 dance. I hit the floor cause that's my plans. I'm wearing all my favorite brands.
Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you, 560 WQAM. Take you up until 2 here on the show as your Miami Dolphins got the Tennessee Titans this week. Anybody going to be into that? Anybody going to be into that Thursday night fest this week of Steelers Patriots?
The over-under will be the lowest over-under in
be.
the history of football.
Oh, it has to be.
I bet you it's not 30.
Let's see. We got an over-under yet on this puppy? It is not 30, Leroy. You are correct.
Yeah.
29 and a half.
29 and a half for an NFL football game.
Wow.
So my guess is the final score will be 35-31.
Oof.
I mean, the Patriots don't score points. They don't score touchdowns. It's impossible.
Is Trubisky the quarterback now for Pittsburgh?
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. I don't know.
Why? So they've given up on Pickett already?
No, he
No,
hurt his
Pickett,
ankle.
he got hurt. He got hurt this week.
High ankle sprain.
Where
Or didn't know he had surgery.
do they go? Yeah, he's gonna be out for a little bit.
Yeah, he had surgery.
Yeah, he's gonna be out for a little bit, and then I think they're saying that Trevor Lawrence isn't ruled out this week. But I mean, dude, you got a high ankle sprain. Like you got.
I'm picking against him.
Yeah, you gotta think he's got at least.
Well, he's one of those guys that creates off schedule plays, meaning that he can roll out a little bit, throw on the run, and if you're gonna sit him in the pocket because he can't move,
and he's got Myles Garrett chasing his ass this week. Doug Peterson said yesterday, I'm not going to put a timetable on Trevor. I'm not going to put him in a box like that. We'll see how he is in a couple of days.
Oh, nobody puts baby in a corner.
I mean, all right. His ankle's probably like, you can have it in a box, but it's still the size of a balloon.
Can we get some padding for this shipping?
Please help.
Put some bubble wrap around it.
I was listening this morning. I was driving the kids to school, and I was listening to Darlington with Joe Rose. There was an interesting point that was brought up. I don't really know what to do this week with the Kansas City Chiefs Bills game, because obviously the Dolphins are in position for that 1 seed, but I hate the Bills, and I would like to see them just continue to flatline. Although you do get to take care of your business against them because you got another Bills game and you've already lost to the Chiefs.
Here's the deal. Regardless of what you feel about the teams, you want the team that gives you the best opportunity to get what you need to win. And in this case, that would be Buffalo. You're so far ahead of Buffalo, right? Yep. You can take care of your business and the Buffalo thing's over, right? But Kansas City, right? If they get an additional loss, now you go up on them, even though they beat you. So you want to get them with as many losses as possible.
I think you're right, but I also want Buffalo to be embarrassed. And I feel like with the Chiefs, even though the rest of their schedule's probably 4-0. Yeah, you might be right. Because like I'm looking at their final 5. Love the final 5. This is like probably the only game they have a chance to lose. I mean, I don't know. That Browning that we watched on Monday Night Football was pretty awesome.
Oh my goodness!
They might.
And 30. You can't discredit 32 for 37.
I can't rule them out yet, but they have after Buffalo, New England, Las Vegas, Cincinnati, and the Chargers. Which that's going to be a firing game for old Brandon Staley.
Yep.
So. Yeah, this might be the best chance for the Chiefs to pick up another loss. Whereas the Bills, I think the Bills still have. Do they have the Eagles? No, they already lost to the Eagles. Cowboys. That's who they got next. Yeah.
Started
here's the other thing.
A real petty choice. Here's the other thing is that
I'm gonna tell you what game is going to be for the number 1 seed.
Oh, it's I think I'll see if you and I are on the same page, but I think I know where you're going.
Baltimore.
Yep. Baltimore, Miami.
Yep. And I don't want to look too far ahead, but the reality of it is that is coming. You know what I mean? That collision is on a current course that would warrant that game being for the number 1 seed. But the problem is it's not the last game, right? So you
No.
can't win that game and take control and then go and wet the bed against Buffalo.
Right. It's not the last game, but maybe you'd be in a position where if you're the only 2 teams and you got the win over them, then you're good.
You can love being in a situation where you control your own destiny.
For sure. Here is Mike McDaniel. He was asked yesterday about the Dolphins being in the position that they are in, and he said not celebrating being the 1 seed after 12 games.
Call me when it's a 13-game season, and I'll be excited to talk about the next game. I think, for all of us that have been around the NFL long enough, you get about 4 games left, and that becomes a lot of the conversation. And it does take a lot of execution to get there, but it's kind of one of those tricky things. There's a lot of distraction, like look over here while this is going on, that you have to battle to be successful in the National Football League. And the only thing that really matters is how we continue our development of mastering each and every day. So that's cool to know. It's always cool to know that you are doing well relative to your peers. But I think when you start focusing on, all right, a group of games, or we go this, or, the only reason why we're 9-3 is because we haven't penciled in any of the wins that people have told us to pencil in.
And that couldn't be farther from the truth, because you have penciled in all the wins that people have penciled in, right? In fact, to a fault that you haven't done it against anybody else.
They've done, but that was something that really did come across yesterday on Hard Knocks. Is they really are just focused on that. Like, that was Mike McDaniel's big point. He brought this up multiple times yesterday during the episode, where it was like, we were 8-3 last year. We know the lesson we took from that. We had to we barely made it into the playoffs. Let's make that count for something, and let's do something different. Correct. And he brought that up on multiple occasions. So, like, for coaches to say we never look back, he did a lot of looking back. He mentioned that a lot of times during the week about, we practice better today than we did in week 3 because we don't want this to be last year when we were 8-3. Now, they were basically laughing at the Commanders the entire time, because Wes Welker basically said, if they go, man, it's over, which they did, and it was over. But they still, task at hand. Like, he's a big task at hand guy.
Whoa. Got a blink.
What the hell is that? What do you mean you got a blink?
I got a blink in my electricity.
Oh, wow. Here's a little bit more McCochin. He said that can't let up no matter what opponent we're facing, even if it's the bum-ass Titans.
There's a lot of teams that are below 500 that are getting wins against teams above 500. I think you can't. It's interesting, kind of cool, and I'm happy for the fan base to get that excitement. And that's all nice, but we have a job to do today. And if we shortchange ourselves, just did film review of the game with the players. We shortchanged ourselves in what we learned from this last game, on what is a typical NFL Monday. If we shortchange and are worried about anything other than the Tennessee Titans, when we're game playing on NFL Wednesday, which would be Thursday here, then all of those conversations and stories literally don't matter at all.
Well, I mean, he's right. You got to TCB because one slip up and then all of a sudden everybody's going to be on your ass about it. But I think they've done a great job of that. And JFig is right that they also made a big deal about winning in December, which they did not do all of last December. They went winless in December. So to check off that first one. Now, the other great thing is a lot of home games this December.
I was getting ready to say that last year they were on the road a lot, weren't they?
They were on the road a lot in December, but this is but the funny thing is they probably played the best in December when the elements were the worst, because that Buffalo game was the best they played all that month. It was a tough loss. They lost down basically at the wire. They lost the 2 West Coast games, and then they came home and they lost that game to Green Bay, where we learned that Tua got concussed, even though he finished the game. So, they're to take that lesson, be in a better spot, and also have a more favorable place is great for them. They've definitely put that in a better spot. So, really great stuff from Mike McDaniel. There is some more Tua slander that is it cannot be excused. I'm really sick of this stuff.
Who's the culprit?
Micah Parsons.
Oh my God.
Yep.
Enough.
Yep.
Dude, you couldn't stop a nosebleed last game. Stop talking trash.
Back after this.
The Heat.
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. Tobin and Leroy here with you. 560 WQAM. We'll take you up until 2 o'clock here today. It is a Wednesday, so we'll play a little Hearts of a Sheep. We got that coming on up. And, of course, it is beautiful out now because it might be iguana catching weather tonight, Leroy. They might be
no. They just fall out of the trees. You don't have to catch them.
Oh, listen, you never know because they could be playing possum. You never. It depends. It depends. The bigger, thicker ones. They sometimes can. They can take a little bit more of the cold, but they're just lying in the weeds. It's a dangerous challenge. It's a dangerous challenge. But you know me, I'm up for the task. Plenty of barehanded catch on this resume.
What do you do in your off time, sir? I like to catch iguanas.
Me and Sunny Bunny, we're a deadly tandem.
Has she ever gotten to one yet?
Oh, tons. I mean, I could let them. These iguanas should be, and I know I'm supposed to eradicate them. I just, I don't have the. I'm not gonna thump it. I know that I've had to do that for other creatures, but I've just never done it to an iguana. She could shake it in like a pin cushion and just take it out if she wanted to. I'm honestly saving the iguana's life because I don't know if it's good for her to eat an iguana. I don't feel like it is, but
tastes like chicken.
I think she'd be fine, but I'm not positive.
No, I know people that eat iguana. No, I don't know. I'm not eating that nasty animal.
Dartboard of Doom, got to eat iguana.
No,
come on, that's a good one.
You don't eat seafood.
Dang.
No, come on.
So it's fine.
I think we got to do Dartboard of Doom, Chicken of the Trees.
No.
Where can I find iguana? Is there somewhere locally that serves iguana?
There's definitely got to be some dude who is just grilling up iguanas nonstop.
I would say if you go somewhere off the 826, that's your best chance.
No, there was I had people knock on my door because I have trees on my property and it's an iguana haven. Now they don't come in the yard anymore. They know the parameter, which is Sunny Bunny territory. They don't cross that threshold anymore, but they still will hang in the trees. And I'll have people come up. They'll be like, hey, can we go after your iguanas? I'll be like, by all means, because they want to get some chicken of the trees.
Dude, that sounds nasty in so many different ways.
Yeah, so it's on the Dartboard of Doom?
No.
Talavera.
I don't understand.
I'm not eating an iguana.
Why not?
I'm not.
Dude, just a little bit of a little sauce on it. You'd be good.
No.
Oh, no, I found it. There's a place in Coral Gables.
Of course.
Mexican place.
Really?
Yeah, apparently that's a thing that happens.
Like an iguana taco?
Let's see. WSVN reports that oh my gosh.
Right up their alley.
Yeah, right.
Explosions in weird food. WSVN.
It says going green. Talavera Cocina Mexicana now serves iguana dish. And from what I'm looking at, oh my god. It's kind of like I describe it as a shallow bowl that looks like some like it has a lime green stew with a few pieces of meat and a couple tortillas hanging out. Let me get
the key to barehanded iguana catch. It's very much.
We're done with this. I want to hear what Marcos has to say because this is nasty.
Yeah. Apparently it's served with probably the most disgusting part, a little bit of lettuce. I don't know. That's where
I agreed. If you put on Dartboard of Doom, Tobin has to eat a salad or Tobin has to eat an iguana, I'm praying that I hit the iguana.
Really?
Oh yeah, dude. Salad? Ugh.
Gross,
dude. Iguana? Tickle my fancy.
And don't you like when people go to a restaurant and say, I'm gonna just have a salad? I just look at them in disgust.
Yeah.
What is that like? I'm just gonna have an iguana salad. What do you think? What do you think?
What?
Ugh.
It doesn't look that bad.
Oh my goodness, you better stop.
See the wrinkles on the. I'm just gonna imagine that's probably the tail. You see, I'm trying to think like what part it is. This is gross.
You know what I'm thinking? That ain't enough tortillas.
Oh,
Oh, man.
No.
All right, so let's get to this. So Micah Parsons has a podcast, right?
Yes.
Now, he's trying to pay a compliment, I think, to Tyreek Hill, but I don't like the way he's going about it. Okay. And I feel like this is only done with Tua, and people would only say this and things like this with who Tyreek Hill's quarterback is, and I don't like it. I don't like it. And here was Micah Parsons on his podcast. This is him discussing his belief that Tyreek Hill should get MVP consideration.
Or not, and I am talking crazy right now. And I'm talking very crazy. I truly believe I could be Tyreek Hill's quarterback. Yeah. I could throw it up to Tyreek Hill. I could throw a screen pass to Debo. And this might be the crazy Madden side of me, but these players are just that good. Christian McCaffrey's just that good. If I get the ball out to Christian McCaffrey in space, he's going to make someone miss. He's going to make a play happen for me. Same thing with Debo. Ayuk, Kittle, they're great playmakers. If you watch that game, they were able to make people's miss and
What do you mean, peoples?
obviously make big plays off of it. Small pass, precise passes, kept in front of them. You look at the pass chart, right? Those aren't hard passes. They're good passes, but those players are really freaking good at what they do. They're some of the best. Each player is top 5 at their position. But they're just super good. And that's just what they do. So that's my MVP debate. I already gave y'all my focal point on Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill will be the offensive player of the year. But if he breaks that record, he should be the MVP.
There you go. Micah Parsons.
So let me get this
on his
straight.
podcast.
I hate this argument for this reason. Because the powers that be complain when the quarterback doesn't have weapons. Right?
Yep.
But then when the team gets some weapons, they pick and choose which quarterback gets credit and which weapon gets credit. And why can't the two work hand in hand?
Well, that's the thing that I find fascinating, right? Is like, this was one of my favorite part about Hard Knocks yesterday, where they really broke, we had this talk about on Monday about the deep ball, the one that he Willie mazed, right?
Right.
And people were like, oh, some people say terrible throw by Tua, amazing adjustment by Tyreek. Well, really, it's just both. Like,
Right.
Mike McDaniel went over to him and he goes, Tua just made you go viral. And Tua's explained to him, like, the reason I threw it to that spot is because the safety was at the other spot. So, like, and Tyreek looks at the iPad. They have the whole footage where they're like, Tyreek goes, damn, you were right. But Tyreek's initial reaction to it when it happened was, what the hell are you doing? Why did you throw it like that? And so I just found that all fascinating because even in the play as it happens, Tyreek didn't quite get Tua's process on it as to why he was doing it, even though Tua was doing the right thing so he'd be free and open. He just had to make a crazy catch.
If he would have threw it where Tyreek was running, that safety would have came and given him the business.
Yeah.
And so I always, whenever I had a good relationship with a quarterback, I knew how he was throwing it as to what it meant, right? So if it's zone and you don't sit down, he's going to throw it hard right at you. But if it's man, he's going to lead you. So you just keep going. And you don't have to turn and look. Because based on where he puts the ball, you know where you're clear. And so that happens a lot. And people don't give quarterbacks credit for that. But the other thing is the only reason why deep passes work is the quarterback puts it out there and the receiver makes the adjustment. That's why one of the hardest things for coaches and players to deal with is a quarterback that has a guy streaking down the field and he throw it out of bounds. right? You didn't even give him a chance.
Yeah, and that's the thing with Tua. He's like, okay, my play is always to give Tyreek Hill a chance because he's Tyreek Hill.
Right.
I don't understand why this is looked upon as like, I don't feel like Jalen Hurts gets this same stuff with throwing to AJ Brown. I don't feel like Josh Allen gets the same stuff throwing it up to Stephon
added
Diggs.
weapons to a great quarterback.
And that's the thing. Like, look, Micah Parsons, which, by the way, I just want to thank him, first of all, for the bulletin board material for Christmas Eve, because you're going to get lit up, you bum. But also, you couldn't throw that ball up to Tyreek Hill. Maybe the other guys, maybe you'll bubble screen it over to Debo and he'll run over a bunch of people like a moose. But these throws, these deep balls that Tua has to Tyreek Hill are so beautiful. And everybody's sitting here going, oh, I could do that. I could do that. No, you couldn't. You couldn't.
You couldn't.
This dude's about to smack.
Here's the other thing. And here's what people don't get. Is that Tua is making these decisions in 2.1 seconds. So not only you think you got time to see Tyreek get open, no, you don't. You got to read that defense and throw the ball well before Tyreek is even there. Now, if the dumb defense plays bump and run, then of course he's going to be open 10 yards down the field, like the other one, the other touchdown he threw to him. He was wide open right away. But for the most part, just because you have other great players, and then guess what? Greatest receiver ever, some would say, is Jerry Rice. He didn't get credit for being a great receiver as much as the quarterbacks did. Joe Montana, right?
Never won MVP.
Right. It's a crazy thing how and that's the thing that I hate about what we do. Because people pick and choose when to apply these rules to certain players. Because guess what? Josh Allen sucked before Diggs got there. Let's be clear.
For sure. And the thing that's also frustrating about it is like, okay, maybe you guys are, the thing that sucks about maybe Tyreek Hill does deserve the MVP because he's amazing and this is a historic season.
Right.
But I don't want it to be at the detriment of, by the way, Tua is a product of him because
they're doing the same thing with Purdy. Right?
Yeah.
Purdy's up for MVP, and it's like, oh, he has all these weapons, and his coach could plug and play any quarterback, and so forth and so on. And they do everything to diminish what this man has done for the 49ers. They're doing the same thing with Tua.
Yeah, I mean, like, I guess the debate there is like at least you saw Garoppolo have success with these guys too. But with Tua, I saw we literally have last year other quarterbacks playing for this team. It was horrible.
Right.
It was like who knows what this team could have done last year if his concussions didn't creep up again. Who knows? Who knows what would have happened? But these guys have been just an unstoppable duo, and everybody's acting like it's a one-man show, and I don't really feel like it is. I think that these guys have incredible chemistry together, and it's being looked upon as you have to do this at the detriment of Tua as a dude. Tua, the shakeoffs Tua had in that game where he's got like free rushers after him, and he's like just doing the shimmy. Like McDaniel even said that on the sidelines. He goes, best part of that was Tua is just shaking off the defender, and he's just saying this to himself. He's like, he wasn't even impressed by the catch and the throw.
Right.
But Micah Parsons.
It's because again, the one thing is hard for people to admit is that they were wrong. So I can pretty much guarantee you that all the people that are saying this about Tyreek are the people who said Tua wasn't going to be anything. And they don't want to admit that they were wrong about Tua, so they can go Tyreek Hill and Waddle and Achane and Mostert. They can put it around how creative Mike McDaniel is. They can put it on a whole lot of other things because they don't want to have to deal with the fact that they were wrong about Tua. And you could hear it's the same culprits. It's the same people, Anybody who liked Tua and said give Tua a chance and he's going to be good, no, they're not saying this. It's the people who doubted Tua when he came out because of that first year with Brian Flores. That's the people that's not going to let it go, and they're going to keep saying stuff like this.
Take a quick break. Howard Tua coming up next.
It's time for our Tua.
It's our Tua. It's our Tua. It's our Tua. Tua, Tua, Tua. Tonga Valoa. Not
Tua Tagovailoa.
A for effort. Dolphins quarterback.
Tua.
It's our Tua. It's our Tua.
Tua.
Tua, Tua, Tua. Tua, Tua, Tua. Chris Sims can go to hell. Tua Tagovailoa. Dolphins quarterback. I love Christmas.
Our Tua with Tobin and Leroy.
Check the history of food.
Two of the program, ladies and gentlemen. Ow! Tobin and Leroy here with you. 560 WQAM. Let's get to some headlines. Brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Super Center. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks.
Miami Heat are back on the hardwood tonight. They take on the Toronto Raptors as they are these are the bootleg games, the non-in-season tournament games. So they
trying to keep their numbers right.
Trying to keep the numbers right. Yeah. I was like, oh, I thought the Heat were about to have a week off. Nope. They did get a lot of days off. They haven't played since Friday. So
there's only
Saturday.
two teams. There's only two teams that'll play 83 games.
Yeah. And
the
then
team that goes to the finals
for a price to go for $500K a piece. So there you go. If you guys missed it last night, the Bucks beat the Knicks. They move on, and the Lakers beat the Suns. So they move on. So we got Lakers, Bucks, Pelicans, Pacers. That is our final four there for Las Vegas. Meanwhile, the Heat, not great news with Bam, Leroy. I was a little worried reading some of these quotes coming out from him. You know, he's not moving. He's not doing full contact. He's not really moving, doing anything heavy, and he doesn't really seem to have a timeline on when he's coming back. So,
Bob.
Yeah, not great. I'm a little bit. I'll be honest with you. I'm a little bit worried about Bam.
I would not worry about it yet. He's been putting in a lot of minutes lately. And so if he's aggravating something, let it settle down. Let it get healthy. And instead of playing with a nagging injury.
He said, when he was asked if he's going to play Friday or next week, quote, I have no idea. This is new to me to be on the sideline to get reevaluated when the team gets back from Toronto. We'll have a conversation then. Haven't started doing much basketball stuff. No contact. Everything I've been doing is just shooting and stuff like that. Best thing is for rest. That's what I've been trying to do these past couple of days. Very boring, but this is the process.
I can pick that up for you, big fella. You got some free time.
Oh, dude, don't you do it.
This is the time. This is it.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Now you want to do a Domino's challenge because he's got some downtime?
Got some downtime. He say he bored. Let's spark it up a little bit.
Jesus.
Leroy, would you ever play like online dominoes?
No.
Or is that like disgraceful?
No, I need to look into your eyes when I hit that table.
It just doesn't hit the same if it's on Zoom.
Right.
It's like click.
Right.
It doesn't hit the same.
Come on.
Oh, man.
It's your time, Leroy. Get
Also, like, no update on Tyler Hero. It's been a month. Like, what's up with this?
First of all, one of the hardest injuries to diagnose or determine how long it's going to be is a high ankle sprain. We know this, right? There's guys that come back in a week and the guys that require surgery. You can't. Injuries are such that, man, just because they put a title on the injury doesn't determine how serious it is. Like, you got to stop that. Like, you go into, so-and-so had an ankle sprain and he was out for like 3 games. No, they're all different.
This is what they do, though. They don't tell you anything. And then all of a sudden, by the way,
you just want to know.
I just want to know, where is he at, dude?
What if they don't know? What if they went through this process to see if any more substantial treatment would be needed? Like, it's, you know what a doctor told me one time?
What's that?
It's called practicing medicine, which means that you learn all the different possibilities, you treat them as such, but it doesn't always mean that that's the end of it.
Yeah.
So
some of them know what they're doing, like this eye doctor and his shakedown. By the way, yesterday on my doorstep were my contacts. So you're telling me you could have gotten me my contacts in one day?
Wow.
No problem. It was possible.
you paid the extra gig, though.
What are you shaking me down for that money? You tell.
They got you. Wait, they got you. They got you your contacts in a day, and they whacked you for 150.
165. They
Technically 165.
Yeah,
Ridiculous.
they probably had them in the back.
Definitely did. That's the thing that infuriates me. Like, I know they were in stock. You know, you could have had. You could have just saw. I could have walked into Target yesterday, gone to the eye doctor there, and be like, "Hey, nope." Shook me down like a bunch of eye mobsters.
And that's why people go to Target and Walmart, because guess what? Last time I checked, the eye test is pretty much the same everywhere.
It's even like simpler now. It's like they don't even do the whole where they put keep putting the lenses. Now it's just like keeps like just changing there. I didn't like that. I like an old school eye test, you know? 1 or 2. 1 or 2. They keep flipping it.
Oh my God, forever.
What? Or about the same. That's what they always ask me. 1 or 2 or about the same. I'm like, I guess it's kind of the same, dude. I'm gonna be
What about the farmhouse? You ever do the one where it's like a farmhouse? Focus on the farmhouse.
Yeah. I had that this one. It was a red balloon.
Yeah. Sometimes they shoot your eye with like air.
Oh, they hate when I do that. I'm terrible at that. They did that too, where they scanned my eye. They're like, sir, keep it open. I'm like, you have a rave going on in my retina. Keep my eye open.
So all you need is
it was impossible. Anyway, Panthers are also in action. I believe Hogman and Crowder are broadcasted from Amerant Bank Arena. We got little Panthers and Stars tonight, 7:00 on 790. You guys can listen to it there. So, we got that. We got that coming on up as well. A big pack sports night. Canes hoops in action as well.
All our teams played the same night.
I know. We've had all these nights where it's been like, pretty quiet tonight.
FAU is still ranked above Miami.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Well, not for long.
Not for long. Well, yeah, we'll see. Unless the Sharks get Miami tonight.
No, they lost to Illinois.
They lost to Illinois last night. Yeah.
They were 11th, so they'll probably drop a little bit. But everybody's been losing.
Larinaga does it when it counts, which is January. That's when he gets it going. Gets it cranked up.
Gotta tell you, we've been privy to some pretty damn good coaching down here the last couple of years.
Sure have.
Like
right? Nobody. The only person that has filed a complaint was with Tobin last year with old Maurice.
I apologized.
I know, but still, that was the only complaints, right?
Too many filthy. Rightfully so. We were an 8th seed.
But wait, can I ask you a question? Before he came in, we were talking about, the team not being ready for playoff hockey and not being physical enough. And now they fight every game.
Yeah. So, also, I mean, we traded players too. With getting the new coach, we also got Kachuk. So our identity changed.
No, well, but I mean, Radko Gudas, man, he seems like a fighter.
He's tough.
I miss him. I miss him a lot.
Nothing says I'm a hockey player like Radko Gudas, and especially if he's missing a couple of chiclets. Oh my goodness!
By the way, should mention there's a report from John Heyman. Winter meetings going on. The Marlins. I don't know if you're gonna go. You sound like a good.
Oh no, this is gonna be bad.
He says Marlins are at least listening to trade talk on their fine stash of young starting pitchers that presumably includes Jesus Luzardo, Braxton Garrett, and Edward Cabrera, and more.
So they're selling?
Oh, yeah.
are we doing?
Already?
Listen, dude. When we got Ray's boy in here,
Ray's boy.
that smelled like selling.
Oh god.
That dude's about to take us to the playoff on the cheap skis.
Not a fan of this guy. Like McDaniel, you look at him and you're like, oh, this guy, yeah, he's a like quote unquote a nerd, but he has some swag to him. He's cool, nice shoes and stuff. You look at this guy.
You know what he is? He's
God.
genuine. He's genuine.
Yeah.
Like no matter how quirky he is, he's that way all the time. I could deal with that.
This Rays guy looks like he eats lunch alone.
Hey, man. We might be good at this. We don't know. We might be good.
Tobin, that sounds like something you would say.
I mean, he's not wrong. I mean, like I thought, oh, that guy got.
You felt differently because you heard it instead of said it?
Well, I heard him say it. Well, no, I mean, that was a great joke. Admittedly, that's a point for Marcos. Objectively. But like Mike McDaniel talks a lot, but he's got some funniness to him. When I heard Peter Bendick speak, I'm like, oh, this guy got stuffed in the lockers.
Oh, yeah. Bullshit.
Like, definitely. But I'm sure he knows baseball better than any of us do because he's a numbers guy. Like, he's a numbers raise guy. And so he probably goes, Luzardo, I'm not paying him $15 million in a year. Get him out of here.
I mean, I thought we were past that Billy Ball stuff.
Oh, no. Who knew?
No?
No. We're bringing Ray's ball here, dude. We're going to have a bunch of guys here.
So next thing you know, our bullpen's going to start games and the starter's going to finish?
Possibly. Hey, they're good. You can't
not if you get rid of all those pitchers.
If you do it right. If they do it Ray style. Now they also, took their best pitcher out in the World Series. So, but whatever. That's how they rolled over there.
Also, they can't put butts in seats. Like, didn't they have like a record low attendance?
Yeah, but that's been a Rays thing forever. Same thing with the Marlins. Marlins haven't had a great attendance.
And they're building a new facility.
Yep. But we'll see. Luzardo, Braxton Garrett, they were good last year. And they don't have Sandy this year. So
right, which makes it even crazier. So you basically get rid of all your pitchers.
I mean, you'll have an older Yuri Perez who
So, yeah, but keep in mind, like you went from protecting him to not protecting him to now you're going to just throw him in there and have him have 30 starts.
Max Meyer, supposedly, I think is coming back soon. Although, I don't know how much you trust a guy who's just coming off the John.
I mean, that's when you get him. That's good. That thing is strong.
No. That's not. You can't shorten the surgery, dude. John is taken for sure. Coming off the John is a different thing, I think.
People don't say that?
Hey, did he have a newspaper under his arm?
Yeah.
Oh, no, we don't do that anymore. We just bring our phone in there.
Max Meyer walks into social. He walks in with a little air freshener and a newspaper. Where are you coming back from, Max? Coming off the old John.
Say, don't nobody go in there for 25 to 30 minutes.
All right, take a quick break. Back after this. Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you. Leroy, he's going to do his Cleveland hit. He'll be back in a bit, so we will hear from him at the top of next hour. Meanwhile, Miami Dolphins, they are getting ready for a little Monday Night Football action. Doubleheader on Monday Night Football. Very strange. I don't understand what they're doing there.
Very strange.
I don't like it. I don't think I like it, Marcos.
Like, why this week, dude? And why are we the second game? Like, why? Like, not the second game because they're both going on simultaneously. Like, why are we not the A team? Like,
I don't know. I mean, if you're going to talk, neither game is a great matchup. I mean, you got Tommy DeVito going to take on the Packers, and you got the Dolphins hosting a Titans team that's not very good. But I mean, the Dolphins are the showcase team right now. I mean, hell, they're being portrayed in Hard Knocks right now. So I don't really know, but it was whatever. I mean, if you're going to tell me what's going to get more reaction to people, we know the Dolphins are going to be that team. I just saw, I think it was David Furones from the Sun Sentinel put on his Twitter account, X, whatever the hell they're calling it these days.
Yeah.
And I guess the odds have come out. This is from betonline.ag. They're usually like one of the first ones to lay odds on this stuff, but they have the new MVP odds out right now.
Yep.
It's betonline.ag. Sometimes they'll do stuff. They'll sports betting.ag. They'll do some stuff just to kind of grab some attention. But this is what they got right now for the latest odds, Marcos, on MVP. Dak Prescott, the favorite, plus 225. Brock Purdy right above him. Then Jalen Hurts at plus 600. Lamar Jackson at plus 900, which is the same numbers as Patrick Mahomes. And Tyreek Hill, meaning Tyreek has passed Tua according to their odds. Tua is plus 1,000, and Tyreek is now plus 900. So if you missed the window of Tyreek Hill plus 5,500 a couple of weeks ago, it seems like that's going in a tough direction for you. But if you got in early on the ground floor, it does feel like the narrative is building that Tyreek Hill. Now things can change. Tua could go have an awesome performance against the Cowboys. He's going to take on a lot of these. He's going to take on Dak Prescott. He's going to take on Lamar Jackson. And look, if he has a game-winning touchdown drive, even if it is to Tyreek Hill, that could flip the odds. These odds can change all the way. Tua was at one point the favorite in these odds. But it is interesting to see like how much that has bubbled up to. Oh no, Tyreek Hill is not only because it's hard to be a position player and have better odds than a quarterback. It's not common. Sure. McCaffrey was the only guy that was kind of snooping around, and even he was like in the plus 2,500 range, and that was the closest anybody was at. Tyreek Hill was double that. Now he's got to a point where he's got closer odds than Tua does to win the MVP. So that's a fascinating thing to see. That yes, it's not only it says a couple things. One, again, he's having an amazing season. He's knocking on the door of history, but also this narrative stuff matters. And like we saw this last year with Nikola Jokic, where all of a sudden people just decided he's not getting the MVP, and he was just kind of out. Like that, nobody was going to bet on him anymore. The media had decided he's not part of the race anymore. We're not giving it to him 3 straight years. Sorry, too bad. How sad. And now it seems like we've gotten to a point with this MVP race where it's like, Tua's going to have to do something. He's going to have a unfortunately for him, which this is such a weird place to be as a Dolphins fan. It's if he wants to be in the MVP race, he not only has to have a great game, he has to have a great game, and Tyreek Hill also can't be amazing for Tua to have a shot at the MVP. It's a strange place to be because Tyreek Hill's never going to have an awesome game without Tua. Presumably, I mean, maybe Mike White. Please don't ever, because I wish Mike White no success.
Okay,
just like I hope that never happened. But like Tyreek Hill, we're probably not going to. Let's just say things stay healthy. Mike McDaniel talked about the QB health a little bit yesterday, where somebody was bringing up how all these injuries to QBs this year, and Mike McDaniel goes, he basically gave us that's a shame because he had to deal with that last year.
Been there.
And Tyreek Hill is going to have monster games. It's always going to involve Tua, but that's going to buoy his MVP discussion. It's awesome. Good for him. We love the cheetah and what he's been bringing to this team. But now it's like if Tua wants to get back in this conversation, he probably not only has to have those signature wins, he not only has to have a great performance, but it's like he has to have that great performance, and Tyreek Hill can't have a monster game. So it's a strange place they're at. And I'm also wondering, too, what is this going to mean for them if this internal debate, let's just say the Dolphins finish this thing out. They're the 1 seed, right?
Yeah.
They beat the Cowboys, they beat the Ravens, and they get to the end of this run. And we're sitting here. It's like, well, who should be the MVP? Are they going to knock themselves out because some people are going to be split on this? Or will we just be on the train of Tyreek Hill being the MVP? It's such a weird place to be at. But, I guess it could be worse. You could be the Patriots.
Oh, my God. That is the worst possible option.
Oh, man.
What I was looking at just now, the last time a wide receiver was kind of like in the hunt was actually pretty recently. The 2021 NFL MVP came down to 2 quarterbacks and a wide receiver.
Cooper Kupp.
And Cooper Kupp. He had the Triple Crown that year. Very hard to get better than a year that he had.
Who won it that year? Was that Mahomes?
Even then, even with all that, there's 50 votes, right, that go into MVP. 10 of them went to Tom Brady. 1 of them went to Cooper Kupp, just 1. And 39 votes went to Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, that's right.
Right? Like, this guy got a Triple Crown. He got 1 vote.
Yep.
Aaron Rodgers, that was probably his second.
And that was the year they won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, and if I'm not mistaken, that was the Packers quarterback. Yeah, so that was his 4th MVP, I think, according to this. So it's like, what does a wide receiver have to do to really win? It makes me think that based off of the relationship they have, I wouldn't be surprised if towards the end of the season, Tyreek bails on the 2,000 yards. Let's say they got first place locked up. Baltimore kind of fumbles the bag.
It's not going to matter because I get what you're saying, but to Tyreek's credit, Tyreek has already done everything in his hand possible to give the credit to Tua, which is a credit to him. Like, he could be peacocking more than ever right now, laughing at the Chiefs with what's going on with their receivers, and also being in the spot where, look what's happened. I told not only that, I came here, I had my best receiving year of my career last year, broke the Dolphins record. Now I might break the NFL record, and I might be knocking on the door of an MVP. It's got to feel good for him because a lot of people kind of treated him coming here like, oh, that's like when Jimmy Butler went to Miami. He's not going to be a factor anymore. The Chiefs, they're not going to miss him. And I get it. The Chiefs won a Super Bowl last year, but as Chiefs fans this year, watching their team drop game after game because their damn team can't hold on to the football. So I don't know what it's going to take for him to win it. I think he has to break the record for people to even consider it, Marcos. I think that has to happen. I think that he has to break the record. And if he does, I think the argument there is great for him, but it is a little bit of a weird spot for his quarterback where it's like, so Tua not only has to win the MVP, but Tua not only has to win games, have big games, but he has to do one of them without Tyreek. Yeah. It's such a strange spot. And I know that they probably don't even care about this stuff. And Tyreek has done the right things by saying Tua is the MVP. Tua is my guy, given all the flowers to do it. He's done an awesome job by that. He has not been an egomaniac where he could be. It would be a very easy spot to be that. And he hasn't been that publicly. So I don't know. But it is fascinating to see those odds flip where they are at right now. We'll take a quick break. We'll bounce around some spots and mix things up coming on up.
WQAM broadcasting live.
Welcome back, everybody. It's Tobin and Leroy here with you, 560 WQAM. Taking you up until 2 o'clock here on the program. Want to let you guys know the holiday season is here, and we have your chance to celebrate it at the Arch Center with a pair of tickets to see the Miami City Ballet's production of the holiday classic, The Nutcracker. Keep on listening for details on how you can win. If you can't wait to win, purchase tickets at MiamiCityBallet.org. Marcos, how are you, buddy?
Excellent, sir. I went to Art Basel yesterday.
Did you really? JFig sent us some Art Basel stuff yesterday. I guess this is like Basel preseason. Is this not official Basel? I'm not really sure.
Yeah, they're still warming up. Sure.
They were doing some performance art, and I don't even know what was going on here. It was two shirtless people that were draped in what looked like blankets or something. They looked like mermaids that were dried up on the sea. I don't know what was going on.
Like if that wasn't it, I don't know what the piece.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what the piece was about. But yeah, Art Basel in full swing right now. That is a thing that everybody. We talked to Jaime Jaquez Jr. yesterday.
Oh, yes,
and we asked him, has he heard of Art Basel? And he says, not only have I heard of Art Basel, I can't wait to go to Art Basel.
He comes back on Friday too. He'll be here in time.
We learned from Jaime Jaquez. He's an artsman. He loves art, and he is he's gonna try and get some art. So there you go. You know,
what's more ridiculous though, the people on the ground pretending to be dried up mermaids, or the people around pretending to appreciate it?
I think that's a good question. What's more like unctuous, doing the performance art or pretending to enjoy the performance art?
Yeah.
As an artsman, I'll say doing the performance art, because as an artsman, you're just there trying to determine, is this art? Is this art that I like? You know, and as an artsman who has been to the Met Gala, I will say that, you know, you're not gonna like everything as an artsman, but you always have to give everything a chance to see if you appreciate it as an artsman. But you know, they tried. I mean, you know, good for them for trying. I don't know. How do you buy that? I guess you can't. Do you like it?
I don't know. The banana, they sold the banana. So maybe you just buy the idea.
Can I put the mermaids in my house and be like, these are my dried up mermaids?
These are my, they're just there. 9 to 5.
I'm not sure, man. Can you, I think it's a good time, if I may here, Marcos, you know,
sure.
Part man, part amphibian.
That's
You're mixed up. You're mixed up. And so why don't we mix it on up, dude?
Let's do it. All righty then. Now, we're going to start with the NFL, if that's okay with you.
Of course.
There needs to be some changes. I've been calling for this, dude. There needs to be some changes. We finally got some word. Roger Goodell is upset with the cheek squeak.
He's ready to outlaw the tush push, the brotherly shove, the cheek sneak, whatever you want to call it. He's had enough.
He has had enough, but as you know, the Kelsey brothers have a podcast, one of the Kelsey brothers being a integral part of that tush push. So we have audio here about what he thinks about Roger Goodell's opinion on it, and it may shock you the direction that Jason Kelsey went.
Commissioner Roger Goodell wants to permanently ban the brotherly shove. That's right. It's all coming to an end. Once the commission starts talking about it and saying he wants to get it done, it's going to get done. Mr. Goodell just made all our lives a little easier in the NFL outside of the Eagles organization. Jason, do you fully expect it to be banned next season at this point? Or are you just sick of the debate?
Listen, ban it. I really, at this point, I don't care. I'm over the discussion about it.
To be fair, it would just be banning like the push in the back. Everybody would still be able to run the QB sneak, I think.
Well, that's where I'm kind of like, you know, whatever. We were really good at running quarterback sneak before we did the push. I don't think that it's a necessary part for it. It certainly helps. There's no question about it. I don't have the energy to care about whether it gets banned or not. We're going to run it right now because we're good at it and it's effective. And whatever they do next season, we'll figure out a way to do something at a high level and make it effective. I don't know. I mean, if it's for a health reason, I don't think a lot of guys get injured on it. So I don't think that's a good reason. If it's for an unfair advantage, we've already seen other teams do it at not as good of a success success level. So I don't know that it's that big of a competitive advantage. If they do ban the brotherly shove, there will be a good reason behind it that the commissioner wants to get done. Whether people agree with it or not, it is what it is. And we move forward. We were 36 for 38 running quarterback sneaks before the push. Shout out to Baldy. Baldy breakdowns. The tush push gets a lot of the hype ever since Jeff Statlin's been here. We've been pretty darn efficient on quarterback sneaks, just around the 92% mark, if I don't say so myself.
All right now.
Here's the thing, though. That courtesy of New Heights, the Kelsey Swift podcast. Baldy hates it. He hates the tush push. We've learned this from Baldy. Baldy has been on. He says it's not football. So you could use Baldy and hold him up and say, well, Baldy says we were good at this before. And Baldy has made that point, but Baldy has also said it's not football. It's not football. So, you you say what you want, Jason Kelsey. And this is what cheaters say. Cheaters say, oh, we don't need it. You want to know why? Because cheaters will find another way to cheat. That's how it is. Because you cheat the game, the only one you cheat is cheating yourself. So I'm just saying, dude, boo-hoo. I'm glad it's going away. Should have gone away already, but eventually it will be. Good job by Commissioner Goodell. Outlaw that. Should outlaw it before the playoffs, quite frankly. Marcos, what else we got in the mixed bag, dude?
Real quick on that. Of course he doesn't care. He's retiring next season. What the hell does he care? It's going to be banned next season. He's gone. Sticking in the realm of football, got a little bit of hard knock stuff. You want to hear a little bit of hard knock stuff, huh?
Sure do.
This is the relationship most coveted in the NFL, Mike McDaniel and Tua. It's been a match made in heaven ever since then. And sometimes you get into these little disputes because Tua can get down on himself when he begins to turn the ball over. This is Mike McDaniel talking to him about his interceptions on the latest episode of Hard Knocks.
Tua's holding himself to a pretty high standard.
Damn.
It's not the pick in today's practice that's bothering him.
That's my fault.
It's the 3 interceptions he's thrown in the last 2 games.
No, great job channeling your energy. This is such a great rep, and this is exactly.
Trying to not have anyone.
No, dude. But like, it's way different.
No, you go.
Dude, when you're
on that Chevy,
when you're taking emotion and you're channeling it towards the objective, like I'll give you randomly just because that's how I am. But like that's awesome. The energy. That's what I'm saying is like, it's not about this. You feel how you feel. And if you're frustrated, which I can tell you are, then you channel it. Right? And really when you list off anybody that's done any of those guys in any sport. You talk about Jordan, Kobe, Tiger. That's what that is. It's like, zoom. You know what I mean? Like, all right, okay, you. All right. I am pissed. Hey, man.
Well, we'll be better.
Yeah, because that's your standard. Your standard is not trying to do most or average, okay? And we're tough enough to always get better.
Yep.
That was a really cool about Hard Knocks this past episode. And I don't know. I know, look, some Dolphin fans were worried about the cameras around. If you're a Dolphin fan, you're not loving every one of these things, getting to go back and bathe in the victories and see all the stuff that leads up to it. I don't know what you're doing, but that was Goosies Galore. Seeing Mike McDaniel talk to Tua about being like Kobe and being like Michael Jordan. It was awesome. I loved it. I could sit there and I could just guzzle gallons of Hard Knocks if it's going to give me moments like that where Mike McDaniel is talking up Tua, giving him the goods of motivational speak. And it was great. I love watching this. I love seeing how they interact with each other. I love seeing the jokey jokes. And I love seeing, honestly, it's been so cool seeing the Dolphins game prep for all this stuff. Now, I'll tell you, they did not respect the Commanders at all. You know, they say they respect every opponent. They didn't respect the Commanders. Like Wes Welker was like, they go, man, it's over. Mike McDaniel was predicting 450 to Garfinkel. Like, they can say they respect every opponent. They knew they were going to trounce this opponent. But they went and did what they were supposed to do. And I think that's the beauty of it. Like, that first episode where they were really preparing for Max Crosby and they were worried about Max Crosby. And I think that there was a level of respect for the Raiders because, hey, the Raiders were coming in hot. They were feeling themselves. You didn't get that feeling here with the Commanders. In fact, Ron Rivera goes right up to Mike McDaniel to start the game, and he goes, "Jesus, give me a headache with all this motion I had to watch on film."
Should have given you a job, Ron.
Should have given me a job, dude. Maybe I would have taught you a little something about it.
What do you think of that sound though that McDaniel used for focus?
It sounds like about what I would expect Mike McDaniel to use for focus. That's about right. What else we got in the mixed bag, Marcos?
We're going to switch sports here on this one. We're going to go to the NBA.
All right.
Yesterday, the Final Four is set.
Yep.
In the in-season tournament, but it didn't come without a little bit of drama. Did you see what happened between the Suns and I don't want to call him King Intangible, but the most popular intangible at the moment, Austin Reeves?
Yeah, he is king of the intangibles. You're right about that.
Sad about that. There was a bit of a questionable call towards the end, something that apparently the refs missed that had an effect on the game, effect on the outcome. And needless to say, Devin Booker wasn't happy after the game.
You know what happened, Dwayne. I know what you're trying to do. The whole world seen it. I just got off social media and other players around the league seeing it. So it is what it is. You know, refs miss calls sometimes, but when they're a bit that obvious, it's tough.
Also, I can feel where he's coming from because, same thing happened with, the favorites of around the league, like the Lakers, the Celtics always seem like they get the one up. You know what I mean?
Yep. But Austin Reeves, though, to get that call surrounded by Devin Booker. And
he's on LeBron's team. Austin Reeves might as well be Steve Kerr back with Jordan. Like he's a golden boy now.
They love. Can I just tell you, the world loves them some Austin Reeves, right?
Oh man!
Oh my goodness!
Intangible.
Oh man! Take a quick break. Get to a little cat talk. Plus, speaking of the NBA, we may have ourselves a little bit of a. If the Dolphins go to the Super Bowl, there may be already a hell of an undercard being set up by Dana White. But it's not between who you think it is. That's next.
Oh, is it? Oh, I think I know.
Welcome back, everybody. It's Tobin and Leroy here with you. 560 WQAM. Florida Panthers back on the ice tonight. Let's get to some cat talk here, brought to us by friends over at Celsius. Hockey fans, don't sit this one out when it's game time. Make Celsius a part of your play and get that energy up. Game day is fueled by Celsius Essential Energy Drinks, the official energy drink of
your Florida Panthers.
There you go.
I had a warmer, so I had to go Red Solo Cup.
Red Solo Cup. I fill you up. Anyway, Panthers, they are back at it tonight against the Dallas Stars. So we got that going. I believe that the Panthers will be giving away an Aaron Ekblad bobblehead. So there you go.
That is true. That is
Aaron
true.
Ekblad bobblehead night tonight for the Cats as they look to bounce back off their loss. Have had a few days off here, so
somebody told me
tonight. What
if they made a bobblehead of me, it wouldn't move because of the shoulder pads.
They should have made it with the shoulder pads. The shoulder pads.
There you go. Game ops.
That's game ops right there, dude. That is game ops. Get to the rest of our headlines brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Super Center. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks.
So last night on the broadcast, Charles Barkley has taken his beef with Shaquille O'Neal to a new level.
Yeah.
Now, if you guys don't know, you probably just found us for the first time ever, but I love the fights. You know this. But I have not quite gotten into Power Slap. Power Slap is the
dumbest thing in the world.
It is a league run by Dana White and I've tried to watch episodes. Like, we've had a couple of the Power Slap guys on. I was doing the UFC a solid. Like, hey, we have the Power Slap guys on. I'm like, all right, you guys do right by us, fine. But, I watched one episode of this. I said, this is crazy. Like, these people are literally just standing there voluntarily taking a slap. That's all that's to the sport. They'll try and tell you there's a science to it. I don't get it. But, Dana White's trying to get this off the ground. They just had their first season. I think they're in season 2 now. He swears this is going to be the biggest thing ever. He says, like, the numbers, social media wise, it's all generating big stuff for them. Who knows? I'm not going to here to argue with Dana White. If there's one thing you can't argue with Dana White about, it's promoting TV and combat sports. Not many have done it better than him. He's especially in this day and age.
Yep.
But he may have gotten his big break yesterday because who was the guy that we had on? Did we have Slap Daddy on? Was he one of our listeners? Didn't he call in one time? Was he part of Power Slap?
Yeah, he may have been Slap Zaddy too. I want to make sure you get
Slap
it right.
Zaddy, that's right. Mm-hmm. And then we had, who was the guy? Did we have Slaprates or something like that?
Oh, I wish.
Or Slap Hercules, something like that. We had these guys on, all right? All very cute names. It's like the American Gladiators.
It's something about two guys holding hands.
Yeah.
And then slapping each other and knocking one of them out. And he just goes.
It's crazy. It's crazy. So this Power Slap may have gotten its big break yesterday. This is TNT's NBA on TNT yesterday. Charles Barkley wants a showdown with Shaq.
Move up the date of that slap power slap. The power slap.
Dana White gonna hook us up with Slap Fest. Do I get to go first?
Yes, you get to go.
America, would you like to see Charles?
May 2nd. May 2nd.
As long as I get to go first, because you soft. Once I hit you, you're gonna drop like a sack of potatoes.
Okay.
Hey, but wait. Can I just say this? If he doesn't fall, and now he putting the big hands on you, he might slap Chuck's head right off.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I feel like getting a slap. I know Chuck's not short, but like, it's still, I feel like getting the tip top. You still got to reach up there a little bit, Leroy.
You're sitting down.
No, you're not. You're standing up.
What was the one we were watching where we were sitting down? That was the Russian slap.
Yes.
Okay.
I think they might have had chairs back there for safety. I don't know. That was Russia.
No, they were sitting down.
No, well, power slap they stand. They don't
hold hand.
They hold the table, I believe.
Okay.
I think you could hold the table.
No, I think for them they hold something behind their back. They have like a pole behind their back that they have to hold to ensure that they don't like flinch or something like that.
Hold on. Let me I'll look this up real quick.
I think it's like a foam thing behind their back.
Power slap.
Oh, I cannot. I feel like if you're 7 feet tall, like you're coming down with the slap too.
Yeah, Marcos is right. They got like some kind of a spotter behind them or something like that.
Yeah. Listen, don't flinch either. I tell you what, don't.
That's wait.
I like how the referee has to wave it off, like we don't know.
Oh god.
I mean, I honestly can see why this is popular on
Wait,
social
and the
media.
guy, look, there's a catcher.
Yeah,
for sure.
There's a dude doing trust falls over there.
Right. What?
To see to me. Oh, come on.
So wait, my question is, don't you have to toughen up your neck a little bit?
One would think. I don't know.
Because if you notice, look at how their heads jerk. Like you're
Yeah.
trying to relax. You can't relax.
I feel like you need a mouthpiece too.
Need something.
Crazy. But Dana White, he has tweeted out after seeing this clip last night, Shaq versus Charles Barkley, February 9th, Super Bowl weekend in Las Vegas.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
I mean, who's not going to tune into that, dude? I like that's his big break.
Who you got?
I got Shaq.
Yeah. What?
I got Shaq.
Dude, I think whoever slaps first loses.
So because you think they could take one?
One.
So if Chuck goes first and he gets Shaq, you think Shaq goes night night?
Yeah.
I don't know, dude.
Wow.
I don't know. Shaq's a big dude.
Yeah, the bigger they are, the harder they fall.
I don't know, man.
Dude, look, these guys aren't petite that we talking about. And you talking about Chuck is a grape away from 340. So it ain't like a small dude slapping you.
But it's not defense, dude. You have to take that shot, and Shaq is a lot bigger than Chuck.
Okay, but 300 plus pounds. Here's my only fear. Neither one of them are going to be that accurate.
Schmeathan says, can't believe you idiots are falling for this. Worse than Jake Paul. I disagree. I think this is actually normally Schmeathan, I look, I'll give anything a shot. We went to go see, we've seen the lowest of low when it comes to regional fighting. We'll go see it and we love it. We love those guys. I'm not, but like Leroy and I, we're real ones when it comes to the fight game. We've gone to the up and up. We've gone to the grunge of fight leagues. Okay.
We've been to skate parks.
Yeah. We've been to amphitheaters in West Palm.
Centers.
Yeah. We've paid our dues. I think this is a hit. If you have celebrities slapping each other, this is because who can't relate to a slap? You're not having these guys box, you know? Like, I don't have to have a battle. Oh, does do it against a real boxer? No. Two frenemies meet, slap each other, and that's that. I love it. I'm in.
Dude, let me tell you. This could go bad.
Oh, yeah.
Because here's how this conversation is going to go. Say if Chuck hits Shaq and knocks him out. Chuck can never go back on TNT. You know why? Because Chuck. Say it again. I'm going to go over there and slap you again.
Okay.
Right? That's how it's going to go. Or if Shaq knock out Chuck, right? Like it. I don't think TNT
There's no coming.
Like
I don't know.
There's no turning back.
Can they tell? I mean, they're not NBA players. I don't know if they can ban them from doing it. Wait. Can I just tell you this? After Slap Fest, you
think they could just go back and laugh it off?
I do.
Not if somebody get knocked out. No, you can't.
But it's not like, see, there's a difference between.
No, there's not.
But Leroy, there is a difference when you fight somebody and you like, oh, see, I defended myself, but like you're actively volunteering. Okay, you get to hit me and I get to hit you. If I get knocked out, kudos.
But do you understand? These two guys have pride. They're going to talk so much trash up to that point that if somebody go night-night, don't show up tomorrow.
Oh, man. Just have Kenny as the ref. Kenny and Ernie.
Oh, yeah.
Just Kenny be like, whoa! Whoa! They're going to have like, say, this is the first thing Kenny going to say. We need two bigger people to catch Shaq.
It's gonna be like
you can't do this.
It's gonna be like
I don't care how much they want to. You can't do this. They work too well together. Think about it.
How much that hold on.
I don't care if it's fun or not. Could you imagine doing this with an employee and then having to come to work tomorrow? No. They're gonna be hard feelings.
What's the price though? Like if Dana White offers them each $1 million?
I mean,
it's gotta
do it. It's not, but here. Can I just say they think they're gonna be able to just go back to work. But the winner is not gonna allow that to go smoothly. They talk too much trash to one another.
I know.
So unless it's a draw, then the other have you seen these two go at it?
It's been great. It's
Okay.
What makes that show great.
Now add any type of hitting to it.
But volunteering, like
it doesn't matter.
I don't think Chuck can take him out in one slap.
The over under is set at 1.5 slaps. What you got?
Over.
Yeah,
because if Chuck goes first, I think you get 2 slaps. Are you saying for each guy?
No, total.
Just total.
Over. I think it gets to Shaq, and I think Shaq finishes it in 1.
don't think. First of all, I don't think you understand how big a man's hands are that can palm a basketball. So I don't care how big Shaq is.
Dude.
The mitts that are going to be hitting him on the side of the head.
I don't care.
And keep in mind, these guys ain't used to being hit.
I know
a
that's
football
true.
football player, he knows how to, he's probably got dinged up a bit. So he knows what it feels like or whatever. But they ain't never been concussed. Right? The first time the Tweety Birds, they going to drop like a sack of rocks. Just like you said, a sack of potatoes.
Okay, so like if Stunt Steve, he set the line minus 1,000 for Shaq. So let's just say Chuck's like plus 750. You're taking the money on Chuck. You're going dog money for the value.
I'm going 1 swing.
Wow. I don't know.
Look, you really think that Shaq is going to be able to take that blow and then hit Chuck?
Here's the thing. I just think I think I'm doing a measurement thing here because we've seen how they do it. So you have to stand to the person. Shaq has like 8 inches.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he does. What is he? 7'2"? 7'2", 7'1"?
Yeah.
Okay. Chuck is 6'3"?
No.
6'4"?
Like 6'8", 6'7".
No, he's not, dude. No,
They got Shaq at 7'1". They got Chuck at 6'6".
6'6".
Is he 6'6"?
Yeah.
I felt like he was smaller than that.
The round mound of
I
rebound.
thought he was like PJ Tucker.
No.
I thought it was PJ Tucker.
PJ Tucker's like 6'4". By the way, did you guys see the quote by PJ Tucker on the Clippers?
No, what he said?
He said there's not enough basketballs on the planet for this team. PJ Tucker, I don't think has scored a basket in 2 weeks. He's so furious. Nobody passes to him.
Nobody passes what he said. I'm in my spot. I'm in my spot.
For the record, I mean, look at the Heat ever since he left, and look at him. Should have stayed, dude.
So Tobin, here's the thing. I think you're reading the situation very wrong because you know, not for nothing. You think that Chuck just gonna be able to take a slap? When has he ever been hit like that? Never.
Shaq.
Not in his life.
Are you arguing it the same way though? If Shaq went first, you would pick Shaq?
Yes.
Interesting.
Because I don't think the most physical thing they did was push on one another and fake fight. Nobody ain't never actually got hit.
Headlock. Didn't Chuck put him in a headlock?
Headlock. Okay, headlock. Nobody ain't got nothing close to a fight. I'm telling you, you don't do. Take it from somebody who, like, we see boxing and guys get grazed and get knocked out. You talking about a big old mitt upside your head? And if Chuck don't knock him out, he got a dome that Shaq just can't miss.
Take a quick break. Back after this.
for South Florida Lexus dealers 15 minutes of game day uncensored.
Let's go! Sponsored by South Florida Lexus dealers. Experience amazing.
Welcome back, you rascals. Tobin and Leroy here with you. Miami Dolphins getting ready for a little Tennessee Titans tonight. The Heat back on the hardwood against the Raptors. Ooh, they're banged up.
Yep.
Need our boy Jaime Jaquez to ball out with Jimmy Buckets tonight. Little Caleb Martin action. We need Dunks to be shooting the lights out.
They always seem those guys who come in who don't get as much time as they would like. It always seems like when that situation presents itself, they come through.
Yeah, well, they've had. I honestly think that I expect big games tonight from Love and Lowry. You want to know why?
Why?
The old like 3 days off. Marcos, make sure we take a look at those Lowry and Kevin Love props tonight.
Yeah, I definitely look. I'm already on it. I'm getting the chili peppers going. You know the vibes.
The old love 3 days off. We got to keep an eye on that. See what we got for Kevin Love. Maybe threes tonight or Low Dog. Low Dog's sneaky on those over on the rebounds too. Like the other night I saw. Oh no, Bam.
He does. He is one of the better rebounding guards.
Yeah, pretty wild. We have an update from last night. If you guys missed Hard Knocks, Andrew Von Ginkel has HBO Max. His profile name that showed up was Hugh Huang.
So good. So good.
It was
one of two things, to be honest.
It was trending on Twitter last night, and Mrs. Von Ginkel has commented on Twitter about this.
We have an update.
She is claiming what Andrew Von Ginkel was claiming. His first excuse to why Hugh Huang was up there as their profile name, and this is what she had to say. If you have this, JFig, says she's quoting him and saying, "That's not her account, by the way." So I think she's calling out her husband. That has the quote there. I think she's calling out her husband for no. He most definitely has Hugh Wang as his account.
I mean, you can't put any name on there. So it's not like it's
excuse me.
Doesn't mean it's not your account. You can put who's using it. You can put any name.
Yeah, Hugh. What are we doing here?
So everybody in the locker room is going to call him Hugh Wang, right?
I bet you he's already called Hugh Wang, and we don't know this.
Whoa!
Good for Von Ginkel, you know.
Yeah, for Mrs. Von.
Good for the Von Ginkels, but. I got a feeling that that's not the first time Andrew Von Ginkel's gone by Hugh Wang.
You know, you're starting to piss people off on YouTube, Tobin. Do you know that?
No,
because you say Von Ginkel, right? Mm-hmm. Sometimes you say Van Ginkel, but now right. I think in your most recent video you went as far as saying Andrew Von Ginkel.
I did that strictly to piss people off.
What are you doing now, dude?
Because look at him, he's Andrew Von Ginkel. You would say though, like back in the day, like if he wasn't from South Dakota, right? And he was like, back in the day where there was like a kerchief and there was like old fancy shirts and he had his hair in a ponytail, he would be Andrew Von Ginkel.
Oh yeah, fancy for sure.
Like he's only Andrew Van Ginkel because he's a menacing linebacker.
Yeah. Well, and also because he potentially steals HBO Max. Even though
he doesn't steal that HBO Max, dude. Hugh Wang pays for his HBO Max.
Wouldn't that be something if Hugh Wang replied? That's not his account.
That's not his account.
That's not. It's almost like you get an embarrassing Wi-Fi password. Someone asks you for your Wi-Fi. And you're like, oh, okay.
No, come on, dude. Just tell me what it is.
Yeah. Most confusing one I had was my brother's was Figure It Out. I was like, what's the password? And he's like, figure it out. And I was like, I can't figure it out, dude. I don't live here. And it went on for
Didn't you have like a little skit about that?
Yeah, it's rough. Those things. And if you look at my HBO account right now, I'm littered with so many. I don't even know whose accounts I'm on sometimes. I'm on Hulu and it's like Brian. I don't know a Brian. You know, sometimes
people come over to your house and put their name on it.
They just do whatever the hell they want to
Yeah,
do.
look. That's the first thing. I know my kids ain't gonna never run away. Ain't no Wi-Fi in them streets. They ain't like kid. Look, every time friends come over, buddies, classmates, or whatever, the first thing they say, "Hi, how you doing? What's the Wi-Fi code?" That's it. That's all they care about. Wi-Fi. I don't want to use up all my minutes.
Well, the non-fancy Van Ginkels with that, they're adorable. They're an adorable couple. I like that. These are jokes that you need to be able to have before your kids can read.
Marco's password, ribbit.
By the way, who's chatting off your ear there, Marcos?
It's Glenn. He asked if we gave away the Nutcracker tickets yet, and I told him to mind his business.
Oh, I mean, I did the liner, Glenn. I mean, I said for people to listen. You know, I mean,
I think he's trying to win. Personally,
if you want me to give them away now, give them away. I got to go to break anyway because we got to do rats off a ship.
Hey, I'm surprised he didn't ask the other question.
Oh,
Marcos, what are your plans for Christmas?
Oh, what are our plans for
Christmas? I thought that he was going to ask the question. Are you guys talking about Wang?
That's who's gonna win the tickets.
All right. Right now, if you guys want to go see The Nutcracker, a holiday classic is here. We have your chance to celebrate at the Arch Center with a pair of tickets to see Miami City Ballet's production of the holiday classic, The Nutcracker. Right now, caller number 8. Caller number 8 to 305-567-0560. Caller 8 to 305-567-0560. You will win a pair of tickets to go see Miami City Ballet's production of The Nutcracker. If you guys don't want to wait to win, you can purchase tickets at MiamiCityBallet.org. But caller number 8 right now will get a pair of tickets to see the Miami City Ballet's production of The Nutcracker. Rats Off a Ship is next.
Rats off a ship.
Welcome back, everybody. Time to get to our favorite Wednesday game. Rats off a ship.
Rats off a ship.
Go, JFig, we have some topics. We'll go around the room and see what we are rats off a ship on or not, if we're sticking on that boat. JFig, hello.
Hello.
Hello,
How are you?
Jennifer.
I'm doing well.
What do we got today for rats?
Well, guess what, guys? Someone is backtracking.
Wow.
And that someone is Micah Parsons.
Wow. Already, huh?
Already. You want to see why?
I would like to see what he has to say. Yeah.
All right.
Micah Parsons. All right. So he puts the quote from Bleacher Report. I could be Tyreek's QB. Micah Parsons says, if I say in talking crazy, obviously I'm playing around. I tell CeeDee Lamb I could throw him to 0 catches if I was playing DB. This is every day. I'm being dramatic, but I do think Tyreek Hill can make anyone look very good. Damage is done, Micah Parsons. You said what you said. You made bulletin board material for Tua. Rats off a ship on his backtracking. Too late.
Rats off a ship.
There's more.
Oh, Tyreek Hill has come out and he told Finns fans, he said, Finn fans, you know what to do. Which I agree. They do know what to do.
With the very devious emoji at the end.
They're gonna go light up Micah Parsons on social media. For
Tyreek Hill
disrespect.
is doing his thing, man. He's doing everything that he possibly can to make sure that he puts his quarterback in a good light.
Yep.
I mean, but that starts with the head coach, right?
Definitely.
Yeah,
like
for sure.
like from day one. And look at where that's gotten them. You know, and I do think there was some truth to what Tyreek said when he first got here. And he said Tua's one of the probably the most accurate quarterback he's played with, which is not a knock on Patrick Mahomes, which is what everybody took that as. You can be more accurate. It doesn't mean you're the best. And so people get caught up in that.
Are you rats off a ship on his backtracking?
Yeah.
Yeah, too late.
Once you go down that path, you can't all of a sudden say oopsie.
Oopsie. Oh, sorry. I was just trying to compliment Tyreek Hill. Nah, but you slandered Tua along the way, dude.
That's like if Chuck slaps Shaq and knock him out, he ain't gonna go, oops, sorry.
JFig, what about you on Micah Parsons backtracking?
Damage is done. I know that was yesterday, but guess what?
Yep.
Rats off a ship.
Damage
It's
is
today.
done. Rats off a ship.
A 2 for Micah Parsons. Frog Boy?
Get out of here, Micah. What kind of name is that anyway?
Rats off a ship.
What's number 2, Jennifer?
The college football playoff.
I'm not rats off a ship. I like to see the Knowles fans upset. Sorry. Even though I fundamentally disagree with them and that they benefited Nick Saban, I think ultimately I like seeing my rivals upset.
Yeah.
They can go to hell. Even though, morally they probably did get screwed, but it made them upset, which makes me happy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm rats off a ship because everything that the NCAA touches turns to crap.
That's true.
And they lose credibility with every decision that they make. And it sucks. It sucks because, everybody's talking about money or whatever, but you have eliminated the whole point of competition with you saying what you said about why FSU didn't get in. Like, because they lost their quarterback? Okay. So what? You telling me they have no chance of winning? You can't say that. That's why you play the games.
It's
so
a huge.
they managed to ruin it.
Yeah.
And I have a team that's in it. And I still think they did a terrible job.
A lot of people, though, are accusing you of being scared of the tide.
No. Because here, wait, hold on.
Ooh.
Here's why I'm not scared of anybody is in the Final Four. Because you got to beat 2 of them anyway.
I thought
if
you
you
were
want to win the national championship, you got to win 2 of them anyway. If Alabama was 3rd or 2nd and you had to play them in the championship game, you still would have to beat 2 of the 3 teams that are left.
I thought you said you weren't scared because you already got their signs.
That's the point.
You're skating on thin ice there, I think.
Set me up for that one. I thought we were having a meaningful football conversation, and then you had in your back pocket some trickery.
Hey, listen, dude. No one's gonna care. Once you guys are throwing Connor Stallions up from the once you win the championship and Connor Stallions is up on Harbaugh's shoulders, who's gonna care? By the way, I was curious. Is there gonna be a parade? Like, is the college just shut down? Is Ann Arbor gonna go nutty?
Can I just tell you when the basketball team won a national championship when I was there with Glenn Rice and all them guys, right? They tore that city up. Little bitty Ann Arbor.
Will you go to the championship? I know
a bunch. I've been.
I know you have some inconveniences also you're dealing with right now with that bastard knee of yours.
Yeah. Well, I'm either having surgery on the 21st or the 12th of next month. So that kind of sucks. If I have it on the 21st, then I could probably make it there. But I'm not a big crowd guy.
True.
Right? Like, so if my guy will get me up in the suite.
Old Mr. Monaco?
No.
Oh, Mr. AD. I got you.
I've known the AD longer than I've known Mr. Monaco.
Yeah, but who's taking you to Monaco afterwards though?
Plus, and to be honest with you, it's nothing like I put the big TV outside, turn on the grill, get some wings, put some drinks in my cooler. I love that.
Oh, you have a great listen. I love watching the Super Bowl at your house. It's a great setup.
Yeah,
it's a great setup. Where are we at? Oh yeah, JFig. Where are you with the college football playoff? Rats off a ship?
They're swimming. Rats off.
Cannonball.
Rats off a ship.
Marcos?
Samesies, dude. Fraudulent. I heard Hockman make a point though. If this is all about popularity and ticket sales, put Colorado in there. That'd be crazy, right?
Rats off a ship.
I mean,
it's
kind of a Peter Pan argument by him, but okay.
That's basically taking what they have done to the extreme.
I mean, essentially, it's the same thing. That's the only reason Alabama's there. It's a popularity contest. They want ticket sales.
Alabama is there because they said that they're one of the best 4 teams. But if Auburn does give up a Hail Mary on 3rd and 30, then we're not having this conversation.
Crazy.
Was hilarious. Which is crazy that they overlooked what happened 1 week ago to make the statements that they're making.
Number 3, JFig.
Well, guys, it's Art Basel week.
Art
Basel.
Basel.
How are you feeling about that?
I mean, I'm rats off a ship going to Art Basel. I'm not going to go to Art, but I'm not rats off a ship on Art Basel existing because I like laughing at the people. Even as an artsman, like some of the art is ridiculous. Like what you sent us yesterday on Only in Date, I was like, what the hell's going on here?
I honestly have no idea to this very second of what that was.
Those people doing performance art, they look like they were pieces of bacon in a frying pan. They're like, I'm like, what is going on here?
Bacon. I like bacon.
I do like bacon too. If they had a bacon basil, I'd be all about that.
Where you could have all the different types of black pepper bacon, maple bacon. Ooh, I'm trying to figure out why haven't they figured out a way to spice that bacon up?
Pamela says on the chat,
Sriracha bacon.
Excuse me, but isn't the fact that Michigan is fraudulent as well? Caught cheating and no sanctions.
Right? That's what I'm saying.
All right.
Oh man.
You all these conversations we are having, right? I'm a big fan of what happens on the field, right? Whether it's for Florida State, I don't care how you did it, you're undefeated. And And for people to make all these comments, including the committee, that what you do on the field doesn't matter, I'm out on that.
What are you on Art Basel though?
I guess I'm gonna stay on the boat. I'm not rats off a ship, but let's just say it's a bit of a reach.
It is a bit.
People overdo it, right? Like they overdo it way too much.
Who do you think's taking Jaime Jaquez to Art Basel? We'd say Tyler Hero's going to show him the ropes on Art Basel.
No.
Why?
Tyler Hero going to Art Basel?
Oh, you don't think Tyler
Remember, he's
Hero?
still on tour. He's still on tour with Jack Harlow. So
No,
possibly not.
the tour's over. That was the last stop. The tour's over. That was the last stop with Jack Harlow. I feel like, if anybody's going to be the most Basel-y of the Basel Heat, I think is Tyler Hero. You don't think he's the most fashionable Heat player?
Jimmy
would definitely be a part.
Jimmy Art Basel it up now.
You think so?
What?
Remember, it's a bunch of parties.
I don't know. I feel
he's gonna be down there somewhere playing dominoes in his outfit.
I don't know if Art Basel is Jimmy's scene. I'm not sure.
Really?
He's an artsman.
The dude sends you pictures of him all over the world. And you saying he ain't up to looking at no damn art?
So Jaime and Jimmy at Art Basel?
Yep.
You know, Art Basel's not just about looking at art. There's a bunch of socialite parties also.
As an artsman, I like to keep it pure to the art.
Well, it's Miami. It's not going to be pure to the arts.
Hold on. Please don't allow this jackass to get away with what he just said. I'm all about the art.
Yeah.
We just you can't just say whatever you want.
What do you mean?
Nobody believes that.
It's because he went to the Met Gala, right?
That's right. I did go to the
You didn't go to the gala.
He
You
went to the
Met.
building where the Met Gala is held.
All the more important. I didn't even go with the party. I went with to appreciate the art.
The pureness. The purity.
Name one thing you saw. Because all the stuff you were sending us was like, they call this art?
Well, I did take a picture of a knight's armor and say, hey, look, it's Leroy's shoulder pads.
Again, he's appreciating art.
I saw Robert Van Winkle's portrait of Vengeance. That was great.
Is that?
Yep.
Isn't that Vanilla Ice? What's Vanilla Ice's real name?
Let's move on. Where are your rats off? Where are your rats, Marcos?
Hey, you skipped my rats.
Oh, where are your rats, JFig? I know that. I think you love Art Basel.
See, I used to go to a lot of the events, but not anymore. And also, I'm rats off a ship. The traffic that it brings down here.
That's
true. That's true. That is true.
You don't live nowhere near Art Basel.
When I go down there for my specific reasons, it's the worst.
All right.
I like how she says her specific reasons, like she's up to crime.
Nefarious activity.
Yeah.
You never. I probably have an exhibit down there right now.
Oh,
an exhibit,
a tomb,
Birds of Prey.
She got
a great
picture
movie
of her Birds of Prey.
Yeah,
it's
a great movie.
Marcos, where are your rats?
As a person who was already boots on the ground at this year's preliminary Art Basel events, I am not rats off a ship. Although I don't know if you can make it all about the art when I'm walking down the street and some guy is peeing on the corner, and I'm like, is this an exhibit? I'm not sure. Do we all just watch him? I don't know what's going on here.
We call this fluids.
Exactly. Also, they've gotten real strict over there, dude. No bathrooms unless you're buying stuff.
Really?
They've had enough. They have had. Also, last thing I saw a woman walking naked with like leaves covering body parts, and apparently she was a performance piece as well. And I was like, I don't know what kind of art this is, but I can get behind it.
She was just trying to use her Halloween costume one more day.
I was like, I totally get it. I totally get it.
That outfit probably cost $1,700 and it's 4 leaves.
Yeah, it's strange.
We'll take a quick break. When we come back, Greg Schiano taking on his former protege, Mario Cristobal, in this upcoming matchup. Too tough. These guys are tough.
Awesome.
It's tough. It's tough. We'll get to that coming on up as the final hour of the show rolls on after this.
Trans-Siberian Orchestra. This is my wake-up music.
This is your wake-up music?
Yeah, because you got like 1 minute before it gets violent.
Yeah.
Here it comes.
I think you got maybe one more.
Here it comes right now.
Oh, snap. Tua gets the ball. He throws past Micah Parsons. Micah Parsons breaks his leg. But he's okay.
You throw this with some Harlan on there.
Oh,
he's got Tyreek. Wow. That would be something.
You turned down the best part.
You know, because it's
all them damn
copyright.
violins.
Whatever.
It's
Like we haven't urinated all over that.
You know, I try to give it like 5 seconds coming in.
Can
so
I
Leroy
just
knows
can
what
I
we're
just
about.
say this?
Yep.
For your money.
Yeah.
That is the best concert you will ever go to.
Really?
It is.
We've talked about this, Leroy.
It is 3 hours long.
That's the problem.
No, but you're
Or am I watching Oppenheimer? I can't do this.
Dude,
It's the heavy metal of Christmas.
The whole time you're like, oh, this is cool, this is cool, this is cool, this is cool. And then they sing that little song, I think it's called For Art Thou Brother or something like that. And a different person sings it every night. And you're just like, you get all up in your feels, and then you got to get the hell up out of there.
Yeesh. All right. Let's do that.
It's worth, especially it only happens in Christmas. It's worth every penny.
Leroy, can you give us a weather update from the Demesman
I
and Dover
sure
Law
can.
Firm? YourAccidentAttorneys.com. Free consultations 24/7. Call them at 866-954-MORE.
Folks, if you got up this morning and went outside, this is what I like to call NAD weather. That is your nads crawl up in your belly because it was a little chilly. NAD weather.
All right.
It was quite chilly this morning. High 50s, early 60s. But brisk. Winds coming out of the northwest. I would say looks like it's about 10 to 15 miles an hour. And it's partly cloudy. We got another day or two of this, and then it's going to start warming up again.
Dolphin Kane says, watched Hard Knocks last night. The Von Ginkels are adorbs. They are adorbs.
So good.
I mean,
Very
we've been
adorable.
on
And the
Van
kids.
Ginks for the whole year. So, like,
It was cute.
Not
You know what?
surprising.
I'll tell you a sneaky thing I love about Andrew Van Ginkel.
What?
Maybe it's Mrs. Van Ginkel. I don't know who's doing it. Little son wearing the Panthers jersey. That's a good,
I
a
saw
good
that.
South Florida family right there. You know, raising their kids right, ready to throw some rats on the ice. Now they may be playing in Minnesota next year for $30 million. Who knows? But for now, that's good. I like that.
I mean, you
You think-
almost have to keep him, right? Because because you listen, because the two guys that are picking up the slack for Jalen Phillips
Yep.
is Van Ginks and Agba. I think.
Yeah,
they're
I
gonna-
don't. Well, I'm sure they're gonna finally move off of Agba, but I don't know. I mean, I don't know what a Von Ginkel goes for as a free agent. You know, like
You
he's
go
not
to him early.
trying to get it done. Not stupid.
Yeah.
How much dough could a Von Ginkel get if Von Ginkel could get dough?
-1.
Do you think? Damn.
No, you're not gonna move on.
Wait.
-1.
Wait.
Wow.
Actually,
He tried to sneak it in and keep going.
You tried to pull a Van Ginkel on the radio where you tried to do spin move
Yeah.
and tried to move to your next maneuver before.
No, that's
no.
fine.
Nice try, dude.
Well, this one's also going to get a -1. Do you think it'd be cool if he gets a sack and instead of saying Van Ginkel with the sack, they go Wang with the sack? I'll take that from Kevin Harlan.
There's no broadcaster that has the cajones to do that. There's no way.
Not even
Oh,
Harlan?
man. Could you imagine Kevin Harlan doing it? You Wang on the sack.
Like if they had Joe Buck on the call, which they
Nobody
did-
would get it except like 5 people.
if you don't know what we're referring to, of course, the Van Ginkels, they have Hugh Huang as their max login name. Let's get to some more headlines brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Super Center. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks. I haven't used red truck in a while.
The Miami
Truck.
The Miami Hurricanes are taking on Rutgers in the Bad Boy Mowers Pinstripe Bowl. I think it was the 28th.
It's before the new year.
Yeah.
It's, you know,
Not a New Year's Bowl. Not a New Year's Bowl.
no.
That's always a bad sign.
Greg Schiano. He was responding to Mario Cristobal, who said that, hey, we love you. He loves Greg Schiano. Greg Schiano is like his mentor, loves Greg Schiano, right? He goes, but we're going to try and knock each other out, because knocking each other out, that's tough. That's tough. That's tough. So here's Greg Schiano, his response to Mario Cristobal wanting to knock him out.
And again, Mario said it. Now, I'm in bad shape if he said we're gonna knock each other out. If you've ever seen Mario and you've ever seen him train, I'm not having any chance of knocking him out. So I'm in big trouble right now. But we're gonna have some fun, and it's gonna be a great contest, and two really good programs that I think are on the rise, on their way back, and it should be real exciting.
If I'm
Go ahead.
Can I ask you a question? If Rutgers gets all the way back, where is that?
Is that like the Ray Rice days? That's OG Schiano. He got him in a bowl. What did he get him to? Did he get him
But I'm just saying, isn't this back for them?
I mean, not all the way back. I think that, did they have like a double-digit win season under Schiano back in the day?
Yeah, that's when, you have a double-digit win, and then all the other schools sign you.
Well, he went off to where the hell? He became the Buccaneers head coach
for 3 seconds.
For 3 seconds. Well, yeah, because he was the people who were trying to take. That's why they love each other. Because kneeling, that's not tough. That's not tough.
Okay.
Going and biting a kneecap while you try and take a knee, that's tough. That's tough. That's tough.
Right. It's also not very smart.
It's not very smart, but you know what it is?
I want my coach to be smart. I don't care if he's tough. He ain't playing football.
Wrong. You want to be tough. You want to be tough.
Okay.
That's not tough. That's not tough.
Okay.
Brains, not tough.
Okay. Where did tough get you? Where did being tough get you?
Would it get me? $80 million. That's what check my bank account. That's tough.
I'm talking about what did it get your team?
Well,
it was basically the turning point of the season, correct?
It was. Yeah. It's a stain on the season. Is really what it is.
Yep.
You think you could have played closer to New Year's if you had 1 or 2 more wins? Absolutely.
Definitely.
Right. So
Definitely.
I don't want to hear it.
But
Top question, by the way, has Rutgers football ever been good? Google even wonders.
Yeah, they were good. Like when Schiano was first there, Rutgers was doing things. I mean, they were doing things on a Rutgers level, but
that's what I'm saying. Like
they were
for him to say 2 organizations on their way back, like where is all the way back for Rutgers?
What was Rutgers' best season under Schiano?
Is that when they had the wide receiver and then they had Ray Rice? Who's the wide receiver they had that ended up? I think he went to Cincinnati.
In 2006, they finished 12th in the country.
What?
Yep.
Huh. Oh, they were 11-2.
Yeah, they were really good that year.
Wow, they finished 12th in the country. They weren't in the Big Ten though.
No, they were in the Big East, I think, at the time.
Okay. Wow. Did they win the Big East?
I have to imagine they won the Big East that year.
I'll tell you what.
Was Miami already gone?
I think it was the year Miami I think it was probably I think Miami went to ACC 05, 06.
Okay.
And I think this was 06. So
Okay. So there was no teams left in the Big East.
Well, I mean, they were 12th.
12. I mean, hey, listen. That's higher than the Canes finished since early 2000s.
Yeah.
So they've had a top 15 finish sooner than Miami has.
Smitty
I take it back.
Smitty wants to see Schiano and Cristobal in a power slap.
Oh,
he already said he not. Look, he spoke truthful. He said, "I see Mario work out. I know what he does. I ain't doing that."
South.
That's not tough.
How do you practice slap fighting?
I don't know. It's a good question.
Because I would have to think that between Chuck and Shaq, somebody gonna get an eye put out because they're gonna slap crooked and catch him with a finger, right? And there's only gonna be one slap. Whoever slaps first. That's it. Can you imagine those big hands hitting you on the side of the face?
Oh, it's nuts. Yeah, I don't know.
I was thinking, okay, Charles Barkley's tall, but if Shaq, for example, was in the league against other normal people, Does that take away velocity that people could slap him if they have to go up?
That's what I was wondering though. Like I was like, what kind of leverage do you need from a slap to get Shaq? Because Shaq's up there.
Even if he's a foot taller than you, that's this much. You see what I'm saying? Like, stop making it sound like he's like.
But you want to be you ideally in power slap. I feel like you'd want to be the taller person. You know?
Yeah, but I think I think you do more damage going up because you get all of this.
Interesting.
See what I'm saying?
We
You
may
can get some jaw, some temple, some cheek.
Who do you feel like should be the analyst on this? Like, should they bring in like Udonis Haslam? Be like,
they should bring Kenny.
No, Kenny's the ref. We need Kenny as the ref.
No, Kenny can't be the ref.
Oh, he's got to be the ref
because he's gonna be the instigator.
Yeah, that's why he has to be ref.
Chuck, don't lose, Chuck. Chuck, if you don't knock him out now, when he hits you, it's night.
We'll take a quick break. Back after this. Welcome back, everybody. It is Tobin and Leroy here with you, 560 WQAM. Hey, the fall sports season is here, and so is our Dave & Buster's gift card giveaway. It has been, by the way, Leroy, before I finish this, pristine today, not having to hear the squeaking chair. Amazing. Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. Props to you, dude.
New chair, baby. New
Props
chair.
to you. Props to you, dude. Marcos, by the way, you muted yourself. Take that off, dude. Nobody on the radio will be able to hear us. Thank you. -1. Also fix it.
-1.
Our fall sports season is here. So is the Dave & Buster's gift card giveaway. We got your chance to win a $250 gift card from Dave & Buster's to watch it all. Enter online, go to WQAM's contest page. Submit your entry. If you win, you can go to Dave & Buster's in Hollywood with your gift card. Spend the day watching your favorite teams. All of us, Dave & Buster's. Eat, drink, play. Watch sports at Dave & Buster's in Hollywood. Let's fire it up, Marcos. We got Heat and Raptors tonight.
Oh, hold on. Look
all right.
See if there's any chili peppers.
What do we think about this, Marcos?
Yeah.
No Bam.
Okay.
No Tyler.
Yep.
What do we think about Kyle Lowry going to his old stomping grounds?
Mm-hmm.
20
This is his game.
20+ points. Plus 800.
Plus 800. Yo, okay, so he'll have those games out of nowhere. Well, he'll
right?
But he always wait. He always seems to have them when he needs to have them.
Right.
Like
and then
nobody else is playing.
This could be one of those.
And we're thinking, what have we said about the old?
They like 3 days off.
The old love 3 days off.
They do love 3 days off.
I think I'm going. I think you know what? The action's placed.
So wait, we going Kyle. You got to do a Kyle Lowry and Kevin Love
parlay.
Yeah,
the old parlay.
The old parlay.
They don't have anything listed for Kevin Love on the Hard Rock app. You know.
Dude,
what about on your? What do you got, Marcos? You got anything for Kevin Love?
Nothing. I got Kyle Lowry set at 10.5. Oh, I'm getting the over there for sure. But no, they stop. They give me Jimmy, they give me Kyle, and they stop at Duncan, dude. What's up with that?
I don't know.
But 12 points.
I love me a Heim time prop, dude.
Me
I love
too.
Me a Heim time prop. They're you know, they're trying to hold back on this. They got Presta Chua rebounds tonight because I would go on the over on that. Is he even playing? He remember that game against the Heat last year where he had 25 rebounds?
Did he have 20?
Yeah.
I got nothing on him, but I got one that kind of puts me in a weird spot as a fan, and I need some advice on this.
Mm-hmm.
They got Duncan Robinson. They got a chili pepper. So that's going to increase this.
Why does all your bets have chili peppers next to them?
That's all he looks at.
I don't think it means what you think it means, dude.
1.5 turnovers. Should I go over or under on that for Duncan Robinson? 1.5 turnovers.
Under.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't know. You know what? Duncan is.
I mean, it's not 1.5 fouls.
Duncan's good for like a couple travels a game, you know.
What about 2.5 personal fouls? Should I go over on that one?
Let's see.
Over.
He's gonna get a lot of minutes, you know. He's gonna be running around.
Yeah, Precious this year is going 9 points, nearly 7 rebounds a game. Oh no, I'm sorry, that's his home. 7 points and 6 points. 7 points, 6 rebounds a game. No Bam tonight though. Revenge game against Spo. You got to keep an eye out on that for Precious. See what we got going on there.
So under
for who?
For 2.5 turnovers.
You think he's going to go under?
Yeah.
It's 1.5 turnovers.
1.5. Under.
Yeah, you think under? All right.
Clean game. It's a clean game for him.
What about 13.5 points? I feel like 13.5 points. He's going to get that.
If he don't, they're going to get blown out.
Yeah, that's fair. We're going to need all the points we can get from Duncan. And that rest, I really feel is going to help us.
What about a Bark?
What do you use his Odyssey points for a chair? Can I just tell you, if I use my Odyssey points, this is what my chair would look like. Let me open up the door.
You can get a wheel. Remember that wheel
chair inside, right?
Yeah.
What about
chair inside?
What about on the Panthers tonight, Marcos?
Oh,
Gustav Forsling. Over half a goal, plus 750. Forsling might just pop in there every now.
Dude. Okay, who are we going against? I gotta check who we're going against.
We're going against the Stars.
Oh, those cowboy hat wearing bastards.
I know.
Or
do you think that Kachuk is just due? You get a little plus money on Kachuk tonight too, with nearly 2-1.
Oh, okay. I'm liking that. I feel like he's due. I feel like Kachuk is due.
You know,
He got some rest too.
Yeah, we just we got some fresh teams.
Yeah, it's
Is there
just
any
hard.
chili peppers?
Dave South says half a loose goose floozy for Tobin minus 400.
Point for Twitcher.
Oh, man, dude. It's chili peppers galore over here. I don't even know what to do with myself. Saves. What about 25.5 saves for our boy Bob?
Teams either shoot it 50 times or 12. Like there's no like middle ground.
Damn, Carter Verhaeghe.
What is
Verhaeghe, dude?
What is Dallas's usage rate? Like what is their normal? No, I'm just saying. That's what normal.
Let's see. Dallas so far this year. Where are they at? Western Conference. They're 5th in the West right now.
Scares me how many chili peppers there are.
They're really trying to entice you.
God, they're so good at it too. Damn it. Carter Verhaeghe, 0.5 goals with a chili pepper. What am I even doing here, man? Punch it.
I like the points. Not goals, but points.
Go above.
Get the little ticky tack assist.
Man, I'm going Kachuk. Points. They got him at 1.5. I'm going higher with it. Man, guys,
just stop following the chili peppers. They're really trying to trick you.
The chili peppers get you every day. The next day, you say, "If I hadn't followed that chili pepper,
so good though." So
You're always mad at yourself.
Hey, let's think about this.
Yeah,
Marcos.
Yeah.
If the casino handed out guaranteed winners,
yep,
would they win money? So why are you taking that chili pepper serious? They trying to win money.
They're trying to. They're Smitty the Greek says Tobin just gets enticed by chilies. Freaking love chilies.
Oh, that molten cake.
Oh, dude, molten cake.
Does everybody order the 3?
The
three appetizers.
Absolutely.
You gotta get them triple
That was D&I's first date.
Have
Was
to.
at Chili's in Aventura.
Nice.
Love blossomed like the onion blossom.
Oh,
Oh, the awesome blossom. What do they call it? The awesome blossom?
The awesome blossom.
They call that's their bootleg. It's not the bloomin' onion. They call it the awesome blossom.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of
Fried onions.
yeah, but I like onion rings. Like I'll have an onion ring. I won't order an onion ring, but I'll have an onion ring. But the stuff falls off of it. Then you're just eating the onion.
I like the onion ring that sneaks into my fries in Burger King.
Well, they're starting to do that on purpose now because people used to like that. So now they're mixing and match. They're like, oh, check this out.
You can get mixed.
Burger King's like, we got the cuteness for you here. Just follow us.
I'm a sucker because I'm like, oh, look at me. I'm special.
What else? Let me see. What's the you know what I like? The ranch burger. The ranch, the chicken ranch. That's my go-to there. With the bacon, the pepper jack cheese, buffalo sauce, and little ranch on it.
I think I'm off Gus Forsling. Hasn't scored a goal since November 6th.
Oh, look at that, Gus. It's been a month, dude.
Hey, can we
or is he due?
Can we get Lynn to bet Rutgers? Loser has to do the dartboard of doom.
There's no shot he does that. But maybe he'll let us do smelling salts if he loses. That should be the hey, let us do whatever bits we want to do. I'm putting iguana on there though. That's going on.
No, we're not eating an iguana.
Why
I'm not eating an iguana.
No one's eating an iguana.
Nobody
Don't lose. Then don't lose.
Don't lose.
No.
First of all,
Fish boy. You know iguana is seafood, right?
No, it's not.
Hey, man, I'm never gonna lose.
You know what? They hang out in the water. They got that water like smell.
Dude, let's do it. It's first of all, I have to throw. So the first one who has it risked is me. And second of all, it's a great bit, dude. That's hilarious. We put a little apple in the iguana's mouth.
No, what are you talking about? It was prepared.
That's so nasty.
Oh,
like a little South Florida Thanksgiving.
Oh no!
So you want us to like just go out back and with a garbage can and a little wheel and turn the iguana with an apple?
Look,
in his
put it
mouth?
on the dartboard for your turn. Okay.
Fine, but also the rest of it because if I don't hit it, it stays. But like we have like a
No.
Cahachina, but with an iguana.
It's a waste of a cajachina. It's a small iguana with a big caja.
I'm telling. We throw it in the box there, JFig. It'll roast. Perfect. And
Iguana china.
yeah, exactly, dude.
Dude,
That
no,
sounds disturbing.
that sounds just ridiculous, dude.
Man,
No, I'm not eating an iguana.
That's the point. I mean, like, I don't understand what
You
the
know what?
point
It's
is
okay
here.
because he lost already, and he's gonna aim at it. He's gonna do it. That's it.
Yeah, but it's still gonna be there, JFig.
No,
Unless
it
I hit
won't
it.
because I'll take it off.
No, once it's hit, it's off. It's done.
It's off. Solid. I like that.
That's the way the rules. That's always been the rules of the dartboard.
They got him NFL
If you
insider.
don't end up hitting it, I am changing the rules
Oh, okay. I don't think
because
that's
it's not gonna happen.
You're lashing out because you had to do the starfish. Like, listen, you did your time. You don't get to just change willy nilly. It's a hilarious bit, and corporate can't step in. It's a delicacy.
Hilarious bite.
It's not a delicacy. Them bastards are all over the place.
I've never heard of anyone.
I've never heard somebody say, "Hey, anybody got the access to iguanas? They're everywhere."
No one has
All
ever.
you gotta
asked me
do
if
is get
I've
off
tried
any
one.
highway, go around the circle. There's a million iguanas hanging out right there in the little loop-de-loop.
I think that, I'm just doing this. I'm eyeballing it, but I do feel like the iguanas have gotten less horny because I used to see iguanas all up and down the turnpike, and I don't see them as much anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
We're doing something. I feel like I've noticed few of them. I don't know if the pythons are eating them or something, but
yeah,
who's to say?
Hopefully, because there was a lot. You're right. There was a lot at a certain point.
I felt like there was, but I don't feel like it's as many. Maybe they're
Maybe it's
throwing
that
now.
time of year, like where you just don't see them or you weren't paying attention before.
I'm looking for them, dude.
I'd rather have an iguana over gas station. I'd take my chance with gas stations.
You're nuts, dude. You're
It
nuts.
could be iguana for all you
Who's
know.
eating gas station sushi?
Desperate times, you know.
Oh,
Sometimes you're in a pinch.
oh! Lynn said he'd do it.
Really?
What?
I like this. I like this holiday time, Galen. If you guys,
So who's gonna be our representative?
oh, I'm the Canes fan. I'll do it.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
I'll definitely do it.
All right.
If you guys missed yesterday, we had the rookie of the month, Jaime Jaquez Jr. You get to watch him play basketball tonight or listen to him right here on 560 WQAM. We learned lots about Jaime, including he's an artsman.
Oh.
Triple J, Triple J. He joins us next. There he is. Let's welcome him on in. Jaime Jaquez Jr. Jaime, welcome to the show, man. Congratulations on your Rookie of the Month.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Can you grade the tribute for us? What do you think of it?
Yeah, man, that was incredible. I saw it on Twitter when you guys posted it. I thought it was, my dad sent it to me. I thought it was tremendously done.
I appreciate that. I feel some politeness coming from you, some rookie politeness, and I love that about you, Jaime. Thank you so much. What does this mean to you, man? You've been off to a fantastic start so far, Jaime. How much are you surprising yourself, or did you expect this kind of success early on?
I would just say I was just really hoping to get an opportunity, and when I got the chance to have an opportunity, I knew I was going to take advantage. I was very confident in my ability and what I could do, and I thought I could make an impact really right away, as long as I was given the chance. And I got a chance to play, and just trying to take advantage of my opportunity.
Jaime, you got to feel like, how does it feel when this is only like you're only a quarter through the season? Have you taken a deep breath? You're just kind of keeping with the ice, and you're realizing that, hey, I'm gonna get these dead legs in a minute because I've never played this much basketball.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of reminds me in a way of like AAU in the summer. I mean, obviously there's a lot more travel, but it's just a constant amount of games that you play throughout a day.
Right.
It's a lot, but just I think what's important is just trying to keep your body in the best position possible. Get great sleep. Hydrate, I think, is honestly the most important thing. Is just staying hydrated, drink a lot of water, and get great sleep.
Talking to Jaime Jaquez Jr. here, of course, a Heat rookie sensation, just fresh off Eastern Conference Rookie of the Month. I want to ask you, Jaime, you mentioned earlier in the year how when you guys got off to this crazy amount of road games, that was almost your welcome to the NBA moment. What was the best part of NBA travel? Like, is it the hotels? Is it the restaurants? Is it getting to see everything? Like, what was the enjoyment that you got of NBA life on the road?
I think, when you're on the road, you get a chance to connect with your teammates, because it's just you guys, the team, the staff. You get to connect and really, get to know people, and build deeper relationships. And I think it was a great time for us. We got to go out, eat a lot of great food, see a lot of cool places. It's always great to explore new cities, especially ones I haven't been to, like off to Toronto. And, really excited to go see what that city's like.
Was there a point this season though, like from one of your vets, because you are having a lot of success early on? Was there a point of any of these guys telling you like, hey, don't be shy off the bat. Like, we want you to be you, because it could be natural for a young guy to come into the league and not want to, like, step on toes. So were there any conversations from any of the vets that you had to be like, hey, just go be you, because you're fitting in pretty seamlessly?
Yeah. All the guys, all the veteran guys were very encouraging of me to just, play my game. I think Bam was, really encouraging at first, just to, play my game and be me. That was one of the things he said. He's like, they drafted you for a reason. That's to be who you are. So, don't change that. And, I took that and, ran with it, along with even the coaching staff as well. CB always was telling me, play your game, be yourself. And, he's like, that's what you're here for. So, along with vets and staff, it's just been a bunch of encouragement and giving me a lot of confidence to be able to just play my game and go out there. So I give a lot of credit to them.
That's got to be a cool thing, though, because I know there's a lot of rookies. And I remember when I was a rookie that you're kind of nervous because you want to prove yourself and you want to show that you belong. And then the veterans are telling you like, no, be you, go. And it's got to be pretty relaxing to be able to just go into an environment and just play the basketball you've played your whole life.
Yeah, 100%. And like I said, just having such a great group of guys and veterans just really being so encouraging to me. I think, that's really given me a jump start, is just because, I have the trust in my teammates to just go out there and play my game. So.
You mentioned coming in to the league, and we talked about this a little bit with you at Media Day about how Jimmy was one of your favorite players coming into the league, one of the guys you model your game after. what has playing with him, I guess, what has that experience been like for you? And what are the things that I guess you didn't even realize about Jimmy that you picked up?
I would just say like the little nuances of the game. Like I think just being, I don't know, even when I'm not playing and he's in the game, I'm really just paying very close attention to all the little things that he does to impact the game on the offensive side and defensive side. And I think, just being able to watch just constantly just watch and observe has been the biggest thing. He gives me a lot of great advice, especially during the games where we're constantly talking and communicating on, what he sees, what I see. And it's been great.
Have you had one of these practices where Udonis Haslam has just showed up even though he's retired and is practicing with you guys? What the hell's going on there? Why isn't he just enjoying retired life?
Hey man, he's the culture. He's always going to stay tied in with us and the guys. We've been a part of his life for so long, and I don't think we're going anywhere, or the Heat is, for that matter, in his life. So it's always great having him be there. You could tell, obviously, he's not there. I never technically got to play with him, but, you could just tell the impact that he's had on the team, and even all the guys from last year, just so happy to have him, anytime we can.
Yeah, you made it a point like to reach out to him early because this was the first year he's not going to be around for damn 2 decades. What has been the thing that you picked his brain on that has like kind of stuck with you the most, just in your conversation with him?
Oh man, just that, he's just such a good person. He took me out to lunch when I first got here. He's always making sure that I'm good. Anything I need off the court, he's always been such a big help to me. And he's just been so great, honestly. And to picking his brain in basketball, he's been helping me a lot on the defensive side. So it's been a lot of fun.
Before we get you out of here, Jaime, being new to Miami, how much are you looking forward to Art Basel?
I've heard a lot of great things about Art Basel, so I'm very excited. I'm very into art, so I can't wait to see what cool pieces. Hopefully, gonna maybe get some paintings for my empty walls, my white walls in my apartment. So
you're an artsman? Like you this is a real thing? Like you actually like appreciate art? Like will you is it paintings are your favorite, sculptings? What are your favorite things?
I don't know. I wouldn't say I have necessarily a favorite. I kind of just like what I like, whether it be painting, sculptures, and things like that. I see a lot of cool guys on Instagram. I've seen a lot of their stuff. And, I think it's cool. I follow some art pages. I was a history major, so a lot of classical art as well. So, yeah, I don't know. It's going to be interesting, but I've heard a lot about it. I'm very excited to, check it out.
Jaime, awesome start to the year, man. Congratulations, and we're looking forward to watching the rest of your rookie season, man. Thank you for spending some time with us today.
Appreciate you guys.
All righty.
Yeah,
there you go. Jaime,
All right.
there you go. Jaime Jaquez Jr.